Sidebar Cantina. The podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, the fucking French, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I am Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
That was very emphatic.
It was. You know, it's our last show of the year, so
it is our last show.
Had to raise the excitement level a little bit.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Why don't I have any notes?
That's a good question. One that you probably should have answered before we went live, but yeah, you know, fuck it. It's our thing. It's what we do. We kind of YOLO it. Are you okay? Did you dump your notes?
I don't know what happened.
Jesus Christ.
Just proceed.
All right. Well,
I have a backup.
Okay. Well, what are we talking about today, Dave?
We're talking about a random assortment of Star Wars shit today because originally, the original topic was this Cassian and K2-SO comic, right?
Yes.
Because we're very high on the Andor series.
Oh yeah.
We enjoyed it. So we were like, you know what? Let's press the test on some additional Andor material.
Yes, exactly.
So we decided, like, oh, there's this Andor book that's out there. Let's go ahead and try and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we realized, well, this would be a short episode if we just did that.
Yes.
So we decided we're gonna talk about some more Star Wars. What like things like what are we going to talk about in 2023 when it comes to Star Wars?
Correct, because yeah, we've got a lot of stuff lined up in the Star Wars universe. Things that are going to come out in 2023, and we're going to cover some of that. Some things that we're excited about, some things we're not. Fuck, we didn't do a top 5 list, or at least I didn't. Did you?
We could do a top 5 list quick.
Okay.
You can't do one in your head quick?
I suppose I could. Like
do it live.
All right, we'll do it. Fuck, I don't have the drop. God damn it. I got to fix the drops because I was so used to having the same 8 right there on the ready. But, you know, we had to add some other stuff like the... or the...
How dare you?
So...
You know, I need to figure out a way to make Babu more prevalent.
Like
he's
no
kind of hiding up there.
Yeah, no pun intended, but you got to really make him pop somehow.
Yeah.
So
we do indeed,
and yeah,
we'll figure that out.
But anyway, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, we're doing
it live.
Yeah, doing it live. Top 5 list. But in the interim, we have a ton of shit to talk about. Do we want to talk about some Patreon?
You should talk about Patreon and as slowly as possible.
God, what is wrong with my laptop?
I don't know. But
did Facebook just change its whole fucking messenger system? What the fuck is going on?
Facebook Messenger on Sidebar. Facebook Messenger on the fucking like a computer is awful.
Yeah, no,
it's awful. It's always been bad.
Well, no, they just changed it like today. Like I clicked
what?
To like it opens up a whole new fucking tab, and now I gotta like navigate through here, and I'm in like some other fucking login. And
I would rather it open up another tab because before it would open up like, oh, here's this tiny ass window.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
so small.
So small. Like this tiny ass window. Like I want to see like all the messages.
Yeah.
Like not just like this tiny fucking window. No. Then you're
so now I got to pull it up on my fucking phone because reasons. So thanks for that, Facebook.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to revert to my fucking phone. Why is my notes page fucking blank on here? I don't understand what's happening.
We'd like to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons: Chuck and Mark, Lord Helmet Fire, my wonderful mother-in-law Patricia Goodstein, Ivo G, Dragon Buddy, Wally Frogmore, Frank Kalevich, Kristen Roscom, Frederick Martin, Don Solsky, Catherine Rennick, David Schmuck, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast, Nicholas Schaefer, and Nick from Swede Studios. If you'd like to consider becoming a supporter, you can find our Patreon. Why do I sound weird? You can find our
Because you're talking from over here.
our Patreon at patreon.com/the Sidebar Cantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You are the reason why we do this. Over to you, Dave.
Okay.
Did you find it?
No, but I have it on my phone.
Okay.
Which is fine. Oh, sidebar again before I get to this.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll talk about that in a second. Let me throw it in the notes so I don't forget.
So I'll just distract people while he's doing that. I'm just gonna sit here and talk about.
Do it live.
I totally blanked.
Come on. This entire fucking show is ad-libbed.
No.
Something?
No. It is not ad-libbed. I have 2 pages of fucking notes on all of the 2023 stuff. So we're not ad-libbing any of that shit. So it's not type, motherfucker. Write your notes.
I ad-libbed the entire show.
We have a flow and a formula. When you break that formula, it fucks me all up. So hurry up, type your goddamn notes, read your goddamn read, so we can move on with this fucking shit.
All right. I got that. We'll do it after the day in Star Wars.
Oh my god.
Okay, Red 5 headlines. Because this is the last podcast of 2022, the Sidebar Cantina crew, Dave, Jason, Kristen, and Luna Girl, would like to thank all of you for joining us this past year. From laughing in the live chats to your gracious Patreon donations. And let's not forget keeping LG on her toes every day with your comments and DMs on the socials. We humbly thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Yule, Happy New Year, and all the holiday feels. And trans, period. And we'll go Happy Festivus. We'll throw that in there too. Because it wasn't Festivus just recently.
It's wrapped into the Christmas season. I don't know if there is a specific day.
Right.
But
yeah, so happy holidays, everybody. Whatever you decide to celebrate.
And if it's not Christmas, you're wrong.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Yep. So is that it?
That's it. That's all I had. What is this?
We're professionals here, people.
Oh, I just got distracted by the chat. The owning of a plot of land for Lord Helmet Fire.
Oh, right. Anyway,
I'm really aggravated that my fucking notes aren't there.
Yeah. So we got a day in Star Wars. For this. What was that?
Oh, I don't know. It just came out.
Anyway,
I'm not signed into my iPad. That's
so
why. That's
the day in Star Wars that I picked.
I signed down on my iPad. It doesn't make any sense. Is my internal monologue coming out? Is that what's happening?
My God, Vanessa's got a fabulous body. I bet she shags like a minx. How do I tell them that because of the unfreezing process, I have no inner monologue? I hope I didn't say that out loud just now. All right, can we get to our day in Star Wars, please?
You're the one who stopped.
You're the one who's distracting me. Is this how this whole show is going to go?
Probably.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, so, the day that I picked was actually yesterday, December 18th, and that was in the year of our Lord, 2015.
So it's a day in Star Wars, not the day in Star Wars. Not today in Star Wars.
No, not today.
Okay.
A day from this week.
Right. So we could have picked any day.
Well, but I try to keep it within a day or two of the current day.
Fair enough.
And I picked yesterday, which was December 18th.
Celebration.
2015. Do you know what that was?
2015.
December 18th.
Force Awakens?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, release date of The Force Awakens in the United States.
When I feel like that's probably the day when we're standing outside of the fucking theater.
Yeah, we're at the IMAX.
At the IMAX.
Yeah,
when you still had to, we couldn't buy individual seats. We still had to stand in line.
Yeah, we waited in line. That was the last time.
Yep, get out there stupid early. It was the last time.
Yeah.
We got there stupid early, stood in line with all the other Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fucking spectacular.
Yeah, that was you, me, John, and Kate, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kate lost her ticket stub.
Oh,
in her purse, and so the John basically like held out his hands like this while Kate emptied out her entire contents of her purse, and she's she was a teenage girl at the time, so you can imagine what the contents of her purse was.
Yeah. So
John's standing there with the contents of her purse, so she could find a ticket stub, which was in her jacket pocket, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, good times.
And that all preceded what turned out to be one of the most amazing nights in Star Wars for us, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on record as being
Go ahead.
huge fans of The Force Awakens, and that was a magical time, man. That was a magical time to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll ever be able to recreate that. Just that kind of moment in that era.
You know what though? It's that never say never, because we probably could have said that previously.
Yeah, after seeing like Jedi or something
Right.
in theaters.
And I think we'll talk about it when we talk, about the past year and things that we're looking forward to in 2023 with Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But being pleasantly surprised at what they can come up with and what they're having, what we get to enjoy right now. And I'd like to think that they can come out there with something that would get us into movie theater and would make us really appreciate the fact that we're there.
Yeah, well, and we're currently sitting in the biggest movie gap of the Disney era since the buyout, because we're on 3 years now since the release of Rise of Skywalker.
Later.
But yeah, 3 years since the Rise of Skywalker, and still no new movie in sight. I mean, there's a million fucking things that they've talked about. Oh yeah, we're working on this, and we're letting this guy do this movie, and we're letting this girl do this movie, and we're letting this person do this movie, and none of them are fucking seeing the light of day at all right now. So, we're probably at a minimum 2 years away from another cinematic Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And I'd guess, honestly, probably not even until 2025, if, I'm being honest. So...
Yeah, but saying that, what we have right now with Andor, like, look at Andor, look at Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, there's no shortage of Star Wars content.
Well, no, what I'm saying, like, think of what they're doing with the small screen content.
Yeah.
And the production value of it. Mm-hmm. Like, that could very easily translate to big screen.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they're using movie quality effects and everything else.
So I don't think that it would take necessarily a huge production. It comes down to the writing.
Yeah.
Like, writing a particular story. Like, we're going to talk about The Acolyte, right? Mm-hmm. That's something that's in the pipe.
It's on the docket.
On the docket, as you would say, as they say.
A lot of people say it.
Yes, people say those things.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like The Acolyte, our first Sith-based, specific series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to something like that take off. Like, oh shit, now let's have a movie based in that realm. Mm-hmm. With that darkness. No parents. So
yeah.
I just don't. What I'm trying to get at is I don't think that the movies are quite so far away, because what they're doing with the production quality of the smaller series is so close to movie quality that that big leap isn't there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll see. But I mean, it still takes
time. Even Obi-Wan and they did so much real effect with Obi-Wan. It's the production turned pretty quick.
Yeah,
all things considered.
Well, and we'll have some specifics to talk about with that when we talk about what's coming in 23. But yeah, getting back to the day, Force Awakens release date. God, it was such a good time, and I long for those days again before The Last Jedi came along and just like, oh, you're having a good time with Star Wars? Hold on, let me just riot all over those good times you were having.
How's that feel?
Yeah, no more of this.
How's that in your mouth?
Yeah, open wide. So, that's that. Anything else before we move on to our weeks?
So the thing I typed into the notes, did you hear about the whole fighter jet thing over Philly?
No.
So there was, I got a text today, right? Because randomly, I'm sure you get it too. Like, if anything happens in the Air Force, like, you get a text from somebody that's not in the military that says, like, oh, this thing happened. Did you hear about it? I'm like, no. It's like, that sounds interesting. I'll find out something. And then, somebody had texted me and said, hey, there was fighters over Philly today. What was that about? I'm like, don't know. Like, what time are we talking here? Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, it was like around 9 or something. I was like, well, I was already at work by then. apparently what happened was there was a 172, a Cessna 172 that took off out of Flying W and violated the TFR over Philly. And they got nicely escorted out of the restricted area by an F-15. And it would happen like right over the city because I think POTUS was in the city. So yeah. Ooh. So and what's really funny is that one of the kids that's in the unit, like he's in flight school, and he was in like that plane was right next to his, so it took off before he did, and he said there was an instructor with him too. So it's like that dude, if that CFI was in there with him and allowed that violation to happen,
you're fucking done.
That dude's he's done.
Yeah,
the student will probably, when you're the student, it's like, fuck you, I've got an instructor here. Like if you're a student, that's not going to affect you in your license. You're going to have a story to tell.
I don't know. I bet
F-15 fucking coming up on your wing.
I bet they both got a nightstick shoved halfway up their ass right now. So
I don't. Well, so I have to run it to ground. I had an article saved, which is I don't know what had happened to it.
I mean, it'd be one thing if it was just violating the airspace, but another while the fucking president is in the fucking city.
Yeah, these TFRs, like when they come up, like for us where we are right now, because POTUS is from like the Delaware area, like he tends to go and stays in the area a lot. So even trying to do something like fly a drone around here, when he's at home chilling, in the Delaware, greater Philadelphia area, it's a pain in the ass. So yeah, those restricted areas are legit, and there's a constant fighter presence. When the president's moving around, because he's a target, like you would imagine. So so interesting stuff happening over the city. Which, God damn it, of course, I wasn't home. Yeah. Because we're right here. Like if we were home and we would have heard a fucking F-15 going.
Oh yeah, well when I'm at work, I've got a window view of the fucking skyline of the city, and we can see everything going on. So
you probably if you had known it was happening, you probably would have saw it. F-15 slowing down enough to fucking catch a F1 a Cessna 172. That's fucking great.
Be like, you get your ass on the ground right now. I've got a missile locked onto your fucking ass.
I can't. Could you fucking imagine how much seat cushion you would suck up if you're a poor student pilot?
Yeah.
Like, I'm on my 4th hour.
And some F-15s roll up.
Yeah. Like, oh shit. Like gets in front of you and then you start buffeting around. Like, oh fuck that. Yeah, that is a bad fucking day. For sure.
You're gonna have a bad day.
Yes. That's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
How dare you?
But that made me think of thinking of flyovers. Like we had the Army Navy game, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, and they had F-18 flyovers. So they had the helicopters went over the stadium because they, it was the 90th. I think I'm pretty sure it was the 90th plane of the Army Navy
plane.
90th plane of the Army Navy game in Philadelphia, and it will be the last one for like the next 4 or 5 years because they're going to bounce around a little bit. But it used to always be in Philly, and they flew helicopters over the stadium. Then they had the F-18s fly over, and when the B-2 flew over for the Eagles game the other day, like where we are in a flight path, like and where I am in the city, like when they fly over the stadium, they continue on that straight line. They basically go right over my house.
Oh no shit.
So they make their downwind turn right over the fucking house.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't get any video. I got a video of the F-18s.
Yeah, I'm sure it happened quick.
Yeah, I didn't know there was going to be a B-2 flyover that day, the Eagles game, a couple weeks ago. But they were kind of, it's the Army Navy game, so I knew something was going to happen. I could hear the helicopters, so I'm like, okay, something's going to happen. Yeah. And yeah, they had a 4-ship of F-18s.
Sweet.
So it was fun. Anyway, yeah. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you heard fighters this morning, yes, there was in fact some poor student pilot got the shit scared out of him because he got in airspace he wasn't supposed to. And yes, getting escorted out of the airspace is a real thing, and that will happen.
Yeah. Oof. Especially when El Presidente is in town.
That's right.
Alrighty, are we ready to get into our weeks now?
Yes, we are.
All right. As always, I have an addition to
The sacred Jedi.
And this week's an interesting one. It's a character I didn't have before, but it's a pretty prominent character in Star Wars.
All right.
From the recent Obi-Wan show, it's Obi-Wan from Tibidon Station. So he's in his kind of like blue shirt with the brown cloak over.
He's in his hobo outfit.
Pretty much. But he's got his lightsaber. I'm pretty sure this is the station that he went to where he is looking for Leia, and they're like fucking like roof hopping. And
Right.
he finds the fake Jedi. Pretty sure that's the outfit from that whole sequence.
I want the one where he's like, here's the one where he's in the meatpacking plant and he's like, he's shoving the
Oh, the shit in his shirt.
yeah, like, so on the packaging it would have like, oh, here's him in his apron, and then here's the piece of meat that he would bring to the fucking
Because they do
horse.
it. Yeah. So yeah, and I've never had an Obi-Wan, so this is my first Obi-Wan Black Series figure. So it's very nice.
Very nice.
And apparently there's a story behind this figure that I won't hear until after Christmas. I don't know.
All right.
Which we're not that far away from, honestly.
It's next weekend.
Yeah.
This coming weekend.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. He wasn't ready.
I pretty much am.
I'm not ready.
Like, I've done all my shopping, so that's good. Everything's been delivered, which is also good.
I'm not ready.
Some assembly is required, though. So.
I'm not ready. I got this week though. I got all kinds of time. You got time.
Sure. You say that now, but this week's going to go by quick, and then before you know it, it's going to be...
Especially since I'm going to be in work.
Yeah, it's going to be New Year's, and then we're going to be like, well, what the fuck happened to 2022?
Yeah, I wonder that every day.
Yeah, fastest fucking year of my life. Maybe we're on a... No, what's the opposite of being on a planet rotating around a black hole with the time dilation? There is no opposite, is there?
No,
Where
not
time just
really.
goes faster. We're the dude still on the fucking ship on the outside, like, what's going on? And then
No, that time would be slower, wouldn't it?
I don't fucking know.
Maybe we are the
Science.
no. Yeah, I don't know.
Otherwise, I've been up to my normal GGL, gym, guitar, and laundry, and all of that's going great. Nothing new to report there.
I'm not used to seeing that acronym, so when I saw it in the notes, I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell is GGL again?
Yeah,
I,
yeah, but I'm just... Oh, I'll give you one guitar story. So I'm playing this solo that I'm going over with my guitar instructor, and it's by a band called Lush. It's the song called Love Life, and it's got a really cool solo in it. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, and I'm playing it, and apparently it uses a lot of the same notes as Careless Whisper, because my son's coming through the room and he's like, "Are you playing that George Michael song?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Do do 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 do." I'm like, "No, but I should learn that now." So I get on Google because it's all fucking on the internet, and I'm like, Careless Whisper saxophone riff. And sure enough, they have guitar tabs for it. And, I practiced for about 20 minutes, and all of a sudden I'm on the guitar.
Right. To which I get a video saying like, oh, you need to, Hennifer needs to start learning the words to this, so that we can do some studio work.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, oh, that'll be good.
yeah.
That would be good. We need a whole album. I mean, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's the Sidebar Cantina band, and
That's
we
right.
just have to make a whole album.
Were you prepared for Hennifer Christmas today?
No, I had a lot going on this week.
Same.
Yeah, so
So continue with your week.
yeah, we'll shoot for that next week or next year. Otherwise, as we're closing up on the year and
Right.
2022, and we're about to move into 2020 fucking 3, which is that a real number? Is that? I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
I bet it's a prime number. 2023. I bet you that's a prime number. That seems like a prime number. Anyway, some weird fucking part of my brain that
I'm literally rolling through digits in my head right now. And I'm trying to think of why that wouldn't be prime, but it probably is.
yeah, like I couldn't think of a single number that would divide into that. But I digress. So
No,
yeah,
the answer is no.
it's not a prime number?
It says, is 2023 a prime number? Google says in big letters, no.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Google. Well, I'm curious
Then
when
the next one is, why is it?
Uh-huh. Doesn't say what you can
It
divide.
has two factors, which are 117, hence it is a composite number.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
All right.
But 23 is a prime number. I can tell you that. But again, fucking that's the weird shit in my brain. So I've been thinking a lot about the last year and how much has fucking changed since this time last year doing the show. Like, for the biggest thing, well, I mean, besides me retiring from the military, that's probably the biggest thing. Is because at this point last year, I think I was kind of flirting with the idea. I think I had maybe applied for one job outside of the military, but I was still fairly committed to doing another 3 to 5 years. And all of a sudden that changed after this time frame. I had my last drink of alcohol in 2 days. It'll be exactly 1 year from when I had my last alcoholic drink.
Was it on the podcast?
It was, and it was on my birthday. So, because my birthday was on a Monday last year. And,
That's right.
And yeah, and I had 2 of those sour monkeys. The 10% beers. Woke up the next day feeling like shit. Felt like shit for like 2 weeks after that. Went to the doctor. They're like, yeah, you need to stop drinking. And that was it.
Yeah. The monkeys will do that to you.
And I'm never going to drink again.
Yeah. Famous last words.
Guilty liver's got no function. So, but yeah, I've been thinking about just how much has changed. And then what we did this year, like we did our Universal trip. That feels like it was fucking, I don't know, decades ago at this point, when we went to California over the summer, over the July 4th week. And we went to Universal Studios in California, and just, thinking about how much has fucking happened this year. And this has been one of the craziest years of my life, quite frankly, 2022.
I believe it.
And, but I mean, it's been good overall.
Yeah.
Aside from my fucking like mental hiccups here and there, which still haven't completely gone away, but I'm trying to get them under control. Yeah, it's been a great year, and yeah, I'm curious to see what 2023 will bring. My first full calendar year outside of the military. So we'll see what happens.
It's crazy. Because it's that. Doesn't it feel like right now, like as you sit here right now, it's like, man, that you've been retired for longer?
Yeah,
doesn't it feel that way?
Yeah, it's only been 6 months, but fuck yeah, it feels like it's been a long time.
I mean, it'll be 5 years for me in February. Wow. And I can't believe it's already 5 years. It feels like I've been retired for like 10.
Yeah.
Especially going back and seeing people. And not recognizing people, and just like, Jesus Christ, what the hell?
But what's weird for me is it feels like it hasn't been that long, because I have a different perspective, because I've still been on base, I've still been in until earlier this year, and it just felt like it was just yesterday that you retired.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's been 5 fucking years already.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Yeah, it's I guess that's how time works, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is.
And I'm sure we say this every year, like, where the fuck did the time go? And we're going to continue to do that.
We've I don't even know how to put it into words, but we hit that age where we're so cognizant of time now, because, and we talked about it a little bit last week, right? Where we're like, when you're younger, there's so much time ahead of you,
as opposed to time behind you,
right? So now that there's less time ahead of you, like you start to appreciate it more. Yeah,
and then you fucking, well, at least I dwell on my own mortality pretty much every fucking second of the day.
Yeah.
So,
which isn't super healthy.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
But what's interesting is there's an entire, like, there is a healthy aspect of having your own mortality in your, within your cross check, it's, it's the, what is it called? It's, what just happened? Why is that on my screen? Did you do that?
What?
Something just popped up on my screen.
How would I do something?
I don't know. That's why it was weird.
Anyway.
No, it's fuck, it's something Latin. But anyway, it's about like just recognizing the fact that, like, yeah, make today. It's not carpe diem. It's not carpe diem, people. I know you're gonna say that, but
Robin Williams, Dead Poet Society.
it's not carpe diem.
Oh, never mind.
It's God damn it. But it has to do with the Stoicism, right? And the Stoics are very cognizant of the fact that, like, hey, they have to be, you're preparing for yourself for the fact that, like, today could be the last day. And, do you want to leave things like, oh, well, I'm going to leave that thing unfinished, or I'm going to do this thing. You have to be willing and comfortable to know that this is how, like, tomorrow could be the last day. So, living your life in a way that you're comfortable with that. Like, not because, oh my God, I'm going to die tomorrow. It's because, like, okay, the things that I'm doing right now, if, everything else in my life is stable to the point where if that's the way it happens, that's the way it happens. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's, I really wish I could remember it. God damn it. Damn it! My fucking brain. What is,
It's one of those weeks. So while you're googling the slappy swappy Samsonite,
Samsonite. I was way off.
Whoa, that was weird.
Whoa. What?
We both went at the same time.
Stereo.
So
Here's the sultry sounds of
Kristen sent me a text. You didn't notice anything different on the shelves in there? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
What?
I'm like, no. She's like, I put something cool on there. I was hoping one of you would notice.
What shelves?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Is there a Black Series figure that she put on here?
A Sacred Jedi Black Series?
No, because I had Fennec already. I don't fucking know.
Is it the wrestler?
No, that's Smash. There's a whole story behind him, but we'll
no, that's Smash. Don't worry about him.
We'll talk about that another day. All right. Well, this is not riveting for the listening audience.
So.
What?
I think I see it.
What is it?
Is it something that's subtly in the background? That it's not blatantly obvious, and it may be just hiding behind something else?
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Do you see it?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I just saw it, so.
Oh my God. Can you see this on the fucking video?
I don't know, but we're going to.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Oh my God! Oh my God. It's fucking.
Oh my God.
It's beautiful. It's on both sides.
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are just listening to this, what was
Oh my God.
what was hidden?
Are you did you have something to do with this?
I did not.
This was all Kristen.
Yes, because I was just scanning and then I saw just the glimmer of the sketch and I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, this is so.
It's a comfortable pillow.
If you go to the Sidebar Cantinas,
oh my God.
God, this is a nice pillow. This would be perfect for a couch. Oh my God, look at this thing.
I can't fucking believe this.
This is people when we're doing our T Public at the end of the show. And we're saying you should get one of these T-Public merch things with the Jason Rose. It's in person. It's even more glorious than you can imagine. Like I refuse to get the T-shirt because I just don't want to be caught with it. But oh my God, look at this thing.
And if you were listening last week,
Oh my
there was
God.
a whole bit about somebody buying a Jason Rose pillow and fucking it. If you remember that
Yes.
whole
Oh
bit.
yes, I do.
So now,
Now you can imagine somebody
oh my
Just-
God.
just fucking your face in the softness of that pillow.
No.
It's so glorious. No. How
did this happen so fast?
I don't know.
I did not think that you could buy something like this and get it here within a week.
I got my, so I ordered the Hennifer, I was going to save this for later, but I got my Hennifer stickers, right? I bought these last week.
Uh-huh.
And the stickers came in, but the shirt hadn't come in yet. So the shirt might actually be in today. I don't know. I haven't been home. But maybe that came in today if it was ordered last week. Dude, that's pretty good turnaround.
Oh my God.
You might, I mean, that turnaround's so quick that you might be able to buy. Now, I doubt you'd be able to make it for Christmas. But that'd be a hell of a way to start your new year with a Jason Rose pillow. You could put your wee melon on and just nuzzle right up to Jason and his supple breasts.
Oh my God.
It's a virgin pillow, at least so far. Oh, that is spectacular. That is absolutely spectacular. And I can't wait till Hennifer sees it.
What?
It's
Oh my God. Okay. So finishing up my week, had
mailman could have fucked her.
for fuck's sake. That's all I'm gonna think about now for the rest of the show is this fucking pillow with my fucking
Well,
face
what's
on
even
it.
better is I get to look at it over your shoulder because you decided to put it back there. So now I'm just gonna see it.
Dear Lord.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So yesterday, my last note is donuts and soccer with the Martins.
That's right.
Yeah, we went over to your house yesterday morning. You guys supplied us donuts, and we watched, for some reason, not what I was expecting, the end of the fucking World Cup. And as I stated at the top of the show, fuck the French.
Yeah. So, and fuck soccer.
Yeah,
Because-
fuck soccer too.
so-
learn how to keep time and put a proper fucking time display on.
Yeah. Here's this in stoppage time, and this I'm gonna rant about that right now.
All right, do
Do
it.
it right.
Do
now.
it.
It's just beyond the timing and stoppage time and everything else. So I was saying yesterday on Saturday, I was just going through DraftKings and I'm like, oh, I wanted to place a bet on the Monday night game, just because. And I'm like, oh, here's like the soccer thing. I'm like, you know what? I want Argentina to win. I'm gonna put like $5 on Argentina to win. Right? Why not? Here's the odds are pretty good. The payout was like $35 or something
Okay.
for $5. Not bad.
Yeah.
And then there was a parlay, which it had like Messi with 2 shots and some other schmuck with 2 shots and 65 passes, which didn't happen. Apparently, I have no.
How do you even know?
I know exactly. Like somebody's tracking all this shit.
Yeah.
But whatever. So we're watching the thing. I turned on Fox because the Eagles game was on Fox at 1:00, and I was like, I watched the Fox pregame show because I like fucking Terry Bradshaw's dumbass. And so Fox was on, and the World Cup was on. I'm like, oh shit, this is on. And so we had it on in the background, and at the time, Argentina was winning 2-0 when we first turned it on, and we were upstairs in the kitchen having a conversation. I just happened to be downstairs doing something, and then all of a sudden, the French scored 2 goals, and then it was suddenly interesting.
Yeah, I was like, holy fuck, that was like a real quick.
Yeah. Jason had a donut, fucking went to the bathroom, came out of the bathroom.
I went upstairs to go eat a donut, and by the time I got back, they had scored 2 fucking goals.
Right. So now it's like, okay, we figured out but that there was going to be extra time because reasons. So they go into these extra time, and it ends up going to penalty kicks. Argentina wins on the penalty kicks. Exciting. The most exciting final that I've ever watched,
Yeah.
because it's the only final I've ever watched.
Right. Same.
And so I'm like, you know what? That was cool. It was over just in time for the Eagles game to start, which worked out. It was over like at 12:55. The fucking coverage of, the crime. It's still too close. Oh, it's that. Okay. No, it's still doing it.
Oh my God.
Is that me?
I don't know.
Allow. Allow. What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Anyway, the
Exciting game. Argentina won.
Argentina wins. I'm like, oh, I got a little bit of money in my pocket for it, right?
Yep.
No, I didn't, because apparently you would get the win if it happened in regulation plus stoppage time.
Are you fucking shitting me?
I shit you not.
What the
So
fuck?
I did not win. I did not pass go. Did not collect $200. I don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna reseat my microphone. Hang on. See if it's the mic. Yeah. I think it's my mic.
Oh. Oh yeah, I don't hear it now.
Yeah.
Oh, and here I am thinking it's like my fucking phone or something causing interference. And I hear it again.
You do?
Yeah, is your phone next to your shit?
No. My phone's all the way over here.
All right, I don't know. Whatever. Let's just carry on.
I think this cord's going bad. Honestly.
The one that Nick made us?
This isn't a Nick one.
No? Are
No.
you sure? I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. All right, it stopped. So go. Riveting, I know.
Anyway. Yeah, I didn't get the money.
That's fucking
because it was just because of the fucking this is just going to be 90 minutes plus stoppage time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I picked the fucking winner. I picked the money line for the winner.
Yeah.
Whether it was overtime or fucking stoppage time or extra time or penalty kicks or whatever the fuck it was, there was no option for anything else. It should have been like, oh, I wanted to pick either one side to win or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked that side, and I didn't get it because fucking soccer.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fuck soccer. I really don't give a shit about it. The only reason that I pay attention to it is because if the United States is in it, then my nationalistic pride is going to invest myself in watching because I want to see the United States win. Just like with the Olympics, just like the Women's World Cup, which Women's World Cup is more fun. Why? Because they're competitive.
Yeah.
You know, they tend to win. So it's more fun to watch. And then in 4 years when it's in Philadelphia, I'll probably go to watch it just because it's in fucking Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how often is that going to happen? But otherwise, fuck soccer. Thankfully, it was over at 12:50 fucking 5. So right at 1 o'clock, I was able to watch the Eagles game.
Yeah.
You guys had shuffled off because you had things to do.
Yeah. Kristen had to work. I had places to go, people to meet.
Yes, you had a date.
Yeah. And but no, it was good. It was good hanging out with you guys outside of the podcast zone. So, and we got to do it more often.
And you made a new friend. You know, Holly was all up in your shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, she's a good dog. I love cuddly dogs.
Oh yeah, that's what's great about like she's a bigger dog, and she's really like when she first meets a person, she's like, oh, who the fuck are you, right? But then after like literally 10-15 minutes, if so long as like everyone else is calm around her, then she's like, okay, I guess these people are all right.
Yeah.
And then an hour later, she's in your lap, fucking, she's your best friend.
Yeah, and as we were leaving, I'm driving, put my seatbelt on, and I look down, and my pants, because I wore black pants to your house, covered in dog hair. I'm
Dude,
like, oh boy.
that's my entire existence is dog hair. I have a rigid fucking battery operated vacuum that goes with my tools.
Yeah. You're being awfully generous there.
So small.
Yeah.
So small.
Yeah, I'm using that thing constantly downstairs because the fucking fur bunnies running around.
Okay.
The vacuum.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Just had to clarify.
The vacuum. Yes. Yeah. Just the vacuum. It's okay.
All right. Well, that was my week though. So we.
Oh, is
Sidebar.
there axe? Akasaka? Ack.
I don't have the drop anymore.
Ack. You don't need it.
Yeah, we have you. Oh, actually.
Ack.
So now is where you talk about your week.
My week. So I'm gonna do the pop thing first.
Okay. You mean the
sacred Jedi
Pops. Yeah. This is it.
ooh a Cassian Andor? This is full bearded Cassian.
Yeah. So it's from the new series.
Looks good.
It popped up. I was buying something for Christmas, and Walmart targeted me, and I was like,
They're like, hey, you like to buy pops.
right.
You really want to buy this one.
Yeah, and it was less than retail price.
And it's a summer convention limited edition. How can you say no?
Right. Well, apparently there's like many pops, there's two versions, right? If that had a different sticker on it, it'd be worth twice as much money.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I mean, even still though, what's really strange, and I don't know if the Black Series is the same way right now, but all of the pops have a lot of value. Like if you look at my entire list of pops, like everything has got like the super valuable ones are the same as they've
Right.
been. But all the mid-tier ones are all like almost probably 30% more in value than they usually are. Like this guy I paid probably what $8.99 for, I think, on walmart.com. Something like that. And it's worth like $22 according to the site. Like I'm not paying full, freight according to Funko's website. I'm paying normal Funko prices, retail prices, I guess.
Yeah.
And their value is so much obviously it's the Funko site and it's however it's aggregating its data.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to see how
Well, and
they're
obviously,
retaining their value.
yeah, and it's all based on supply and demand, right? It's like how much do they actually print? And then if I don't know how pops get shipped, but Black Series figures get shipped the same way that like the old 3 3/4 inch figures used to get shipped. They'd come in a case and you'd have a specific amount of figures per case. And back in the day, which I think they do this with Black Series figures now, is it'd be like say in one shipment you'd have like 3 C3POs, 3 R2D2s, 2 Hans, 1 Leia, and 1 Luke. And then like the Leia and the Luke would be more rare, more valuable because, they only came one of each in a case as opposed to the others that came with multiple copies.
That makes sense. I mean, they did that with like Matchbox cars and Hot Wheel cars and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
and I
so.
think they're still doing that style of shipping with the Black Series figures because a majority of the Black Series figures I get are all in that like $20 to $30 range. But every once in a while, when you're looking for Hunter and he's like fucking $80, it's like shit.
Yeah.
Because he was like the rare one in that fucking case. So it's just kind of the way they've always done it.
It's kind of a crap and shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a target of opportunity, so I had to get them. And because it's the new Andor series and I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should all be showing as much love as we can to anything Andor related right now.
Support Andor, the new series. I have those are all Obi-Wan stuff. We'll talk about pops, more future pops in the 2023 shout outs.
Sure.
So this weekend, this week was mostly dominated by, I went to the VA and got a flu shot and my COVID booster at the same time.
Dude, I have known multiple people who have gotten their COVID boosters like in the last few weeks and they have gotten fucked up because of it.
I got it on Wednesday and Thursday I was not well.
Yeah.
Like I did not feel good at all. Like it was the flu symptoms and the lethargy, and I was it was not good.
Yeah.
I ended up like calling out of work.
I believe it.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know what they're fucking lacing these new boosters with, but man, it is fucking.
Well, and
people
it
up.
is different. But you know what's really funny is I've always like the flu shots. I've always got a little symptomatic for,
Yeah.
like ran a little fever or something like that. The flu vaccine, the pamphlet they gave me was an order of magnitude thicker than the one for fucking the COVID booster.
Really.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like how much fucking like here's the COVID booster piece of paper.
Side effects may cause anal bleeding.
Right. Here's anal fissures.
Eyeball bleeding.
Fucking what's the one that causes leaky ass? What's that called?
Rectal leakage. I don't know.
Oh no, that was the chemical in the fucking potato chips that causes that. It causes anal leakage. They were putting it in potato chips. It was like oh, come on, chat, help me out.
What the fuck are you
They
talking
were,
about?
They were putting there was like this thing that was in potato chips. Oh my god.
When?
It was, I don't know, like a decade or so ago. Olestra. I think.
Okay.
I think it was called Olestra. Google it.
I ain't googling shit.
Google it was
I don't want to
Olestra.
see some anal leakage shit.
But they said it like one of the side effects, like they were putting Olestra in there because it was supposed to be like not as fatty to fry in. But one of the side effects was anal leakage.
Oh, was this when there was that big backlash on fucking trans fats?
Yeah. At the same
Yeah.
time. Yeah, anal leakage.
Wow. So
Anyway, has nothing to do with the COVID booster or anything else. I just felt fucking sick. There you go, Olestra. Thank you. So yeah, I got the flu shot and the fucking COVID booster at the same time. Not
was it the same or was it two separate?
two separate shots, one in each arm. I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I talked to vets older than me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I did the same thing. I was fine." Like, I was not.
Yeah.
And my last COVID booster, I didn't really even feel it that much. But this one, I ran a fever to the point where I woke up at 3 a.m, like when the fever broke, and it was just drenched, just absolutely drenched in sweat.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. So
Sounds awful.
yeah. So Thursday, Friday, the weather is fucking miserable. Like this week, like just heavy rains.
Yeah.
All through Thursday, like all day Thursday, all day was fucking
Yeah.
just rain.
Yeah. Wish it would rain on me, baby.
No, you don't.
But
You don't wish
yeah,
it would rain.
it was rain. But the funny thing is it wasn't that cold until today.
It was cold enough. If you were outside in it,
Yeah.
it was cold enough.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Because I had Wreaths Across America this weekend. The ceremony was Saturday, and I was supposed to get the wreaths on Thursday, but because of the weather, like in our area, it was just rain. It was cold enough to just be rain, or warm enough to just be rain, no other issues. But like as we're going more west, it was like ice and snow. Like up by Kate in State College, it was all fucking like snow and ice, and it was just a shit show.
Ugh.
So they like canceled classes, like they had to reschedule finals because it's all finals week and shit, right?
Oh, right.
So it was a mess up there. So we got lucky with just the rain, but I ended up having to go and try and receive wreaths, and they fucking stood me up.
Really?
Yeah, it was not. I was not happy about it. I really wasn't. I really I don't want to besmirch the whole Wreaths Across America thing at all, because it's not their fault. Like I believe that the shipping companies are like volunteering their drivers and their time and everything, and you can't control the weather, and that's fine. I should have had the driver should have been communicating with me, or the dispatchers or somebody, because in the years past, that's what's happened. I've had a dispatcher call me and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is the timing delay or anything else." I had no idea what was going on. I ended up having to like track somebody down through like second or third order emails, and finally got hold of somebody to let have a general idea when they were supposed to show up, Like I knew what day, just had no idea what time. And then, you know, as it was, like the driver timed out because they were running late. So, and that's fine. Can't control the weather. I get it. So ended up getting the race on Friday, still in the rain, but not as bad, but still soaking wet. Still feeling like shit throughout this whole thing. But that's my job as the location coordinator for Race Across America is the fucking, I am the wreath wrangler.
Which, fuck, you've been doing this for how many years now?
This was my 4th year.
Yeah.
I started doing it the year I retired.
Okay.
So yeah, it feels like I've been doing it for longer.
Yeah. No, I was thinking you were gonna say like 6-7 years.
Yeah. Well, I was doing a lot of the fundraising also before.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but now now I just do as I coined the term this year, wreath wrangling. But that was another thing. When the driver showed up, I was expecting like 13 cases of wreaths. Showed up 35 cases of wreaths.
Shit.
So I had one other dude, a guy from American Legion, help me out, and that was it to unload this truck of cases of wreaths. And you know, it's an embarrassment of riches for sure. But just not being able to, in this day and age, be able to log into the system, which I have a login to, and I can track the trucks and do everything else and look at the orders. I should be able to see exactly what's coming. And when I looked and saw, and it said there was 13 and I get 35, it's just like, what the fuck? And then when I go back into it and see, I can see why there is. It's not like I got some I wasn't supposed to, but it's just, it makes it a mess. And so it's making me earn it. It's basically what it comes down to. But Saturday was the thing. Thankfully it wasn't raining. This was actually the best weather I've had in 4 years for doing Wreaths Across America.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't iced over, it wasn't actively raining, and it wasn't like so cold that like it was just, the wind was just blowing and it was just awful. Or it was like, I think every year it's either rained, and no, it's rained 3 years, and in 1 year it didn't rain, but everything was iced over. So there was either snow on the markers, or there was ice like going towards them. So I had volunteers like sliding like over. It was just a mess. But anyway, yeah, I probably had like 70 volunteers show up. And
good.
you know, over 300 wreaths to put down. It was like 315 wreaths. So, yeah, it was really good. But so as the coordinator, this is where like it's an extra thing, right? It's an extra thing. It's an extra stressor. And as much as I like doing it in the moment, but getting to that moment where you have to do like, there's this whole read you're supposed to do for like the ceremony. So now I'm like, all right, I'm like standing in front of 70 people, and I got to do this whole read, and now I have to thank people, and there's people from the county that are there, and so I'm like land handing these people and people from American Legion, and you know, everyone knows my name. I don't know fuck all who these people are.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you have to be on the entire time.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
And then it's classic like introvert syndrome, right? So I can turn it on, I can be on that level and be fine, but then afterwards it'll take me another week before like mentally I'm recovered from that.
Got to be like C3PO. Mind if I shut down for a while?
Yeah, I would love to, because even yesterday, like, you know, we had you guys over and that was nice and relaxing, but after that, like after the Eagles game, which is like my sister-in-law was over with her kids, and they were baking, and they brought the puppy over, so it was real chaotic in the house. So I couldn't really like de-stress.
So this was yesterday after we left.
After
They
you
showed
guys
up.
left. Yeah.
Wow.
It was like, you know, we were chill. We were just sitting, watching TV, bullshitting. You know, it was nice.
Yeah.
And then chaos. So yeah, it's funny. Like introverts, you think that you see somebody like that, and this is what I think people get thrown off by. Even people I bet you would interact with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might meet me and go like, oh well, there's no way that Dave's an introvert, right?
Right. He's
he does the
he's so outgoing.
right.
and
He does the podcast, and he like there's people at Lodge too would say the same thing, like, oh, there's no way, but there's like, I do what I have to do. Like, this is easy. This is just us talking,
Yeah.
right?
Probably helps that we've been doing this for 6 years now.
Right. And but we're bullshitting like we would be bullshitting at work, right?
Yeah.
We just happen to be fucking talking to microphones, and we have other people watching us.
Yeah, it started off you and me on the jet having microphones talking back.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
each other.
With headsets, and it's just less background noise now.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah, with the pilots interrupting us, fucking asking for shit. Like, no, fuck off. Like, yeah, we called in. Just shut up. What is this? This is a ballsy move right before the holiday there, Dragon Buddy.
Yeah.
Especially when she hasn't started her shopping yet. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Again,
Wait, who hasn't started their Christmas shopping at this point?
Luna Girl. She said it earlier in the chat.
Kelly, what is wrong with you?
She's busy. She's doing all our work.
That is true.
Yeah.
But fuck, you still got to start that shit early. You got to start that shit by the first week of January or December.
I don't. So anyway,
I was good this year.
Wreaths Across America, great organization. If you have one local to you, or there's a cemetery near you, you can go to wreathsacrossamerica.org.
And Scarif After Dark, aka General Shinobi, also said pretty much just echoed what you said.
Yeah.
You know, she does a podcast and a stream, but socializing in person is nerve wracking for her. So.
Yeah, I can do it, and I did it on Saturday, and you know the director of Veterans Affairs for the county probably would never know that I while I could stand there and talk to him and interact with all those people, that I only thing I wanted to do was fucking leave.
Yeah.
Like, here's the wreaths. I'm glad you all came. I'll take the trash and let's get out of here. I'm glad you all came. Now pay the man at the door. Pay the mama-san at the door. And I saw an Osan meme today. It's just really funny.
Oh.
Anyway, disregard. Anyway, yeah, Wreaths Across America, support it. It's good, and I'll just leave it at that. Again, I don't fundraise anymore, me personally, just because I don't have the bandwidth for it. But I will continue to be the wreath wrangler for the Veteran Cemetery, and because of the number of volunteers I had this year, it'll probably be even a little bigger next year, which is annoying. So I'm trying to wrangle somebody else into being like kind of like, hey, you look like you enjoy being in front of people and like getting this much attention. You do it.
Yeah.
And I'll just place a wreath and you know, be the guy in the background.
Yeah, you could do the behind the scenes logistics.
I'm good at that. That's the part I like. Like,
Yeah.
I'll make it happen. I don't need the credit for it. I just
you
in my heart I know that I made it happen, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, you go shake hands, kiss babies, and
God, I hate fucking shaking hands. Like this, you know, having some old lady come up to me. My husband was, he was in fucking Korean War, and I'm so glad that you're doing this. I'm like, oh God. Yes. Oh, that's super nice. Yeah. Thank you. Thanking me for my service. I thank for my service like 50 fucking times. You're welcome. You're welcome for my service. Go away.
the opinions of Dave Martin are not those of Jason Roscom or the Sidebar Cantina podcast.
And they wouldn't be the opinions of Dave Martin if you were standing right in front of him. But, you know, damn it, in your head, you're just like, you're welcome. Yeah, that's what you want to say, but you don't, you know.
Yeah.
What do you say? What do you say when somebody thanks you for your service?
Well, I say, and thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, that's what I do. I just say thank you.
Yeah.
For that, because that's what else are you going to say, right?
Yeah. No, and it's just I appreciate that you are appreciating.
Right.
I
appreciate your appreciation for appreciating me.
Yeah.
Appreciating you.
It's
and should I jerk you off now? I mean, like, what happens next after all this, right? I'm looking at the pillow. Like, so what happens? What happens after that?
You had to bring the pillow into this.
It's staring at me.
Oh, maybe you have a sense of how I feel when J-Lo's sitting there just staring at me and yelling at me.
I don't think it's the same thing, Jason. I really don't.
Yeah,
I think it's a different. There's a whole different wavelength there.
Sure.
But anyway, so just you talk about some reflections on the year. You know, Reach Across America is kind of the bow on the end of my year.
The Dave calendar.
Yeah, for the past 4 years now, I can kind of relax a little bit. Like all the lodge stuff is over. You know, Christmas is going to be chill this year. Not a whole lot of traveling, which is nice.
Says.
Yeah, this is the plan.
Right.
You know, we all know what happens to plans and what happens on first contact with the enemy. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of like you said. This was a big year for you with your retirement. I mean, it's such a huge thing, and you'll, as much as you realize it now, as you get further away from it, you'll realize it even more and more and more. Like, and I think it's weird for me because I still work on the base. Like, I'm still around it.
Yeah.
But it's so different. Like, because I'm older, like when we went to our squadron Christmas party and we're the oldest people there.
Yeah.
Like Kathy and I are the oldest people there. It's so fucking strange. And it just makes you think about, like, okay, I'm not in the same place. And you think about it really makes you think about those differences.
Yeah.
And this is like this year, you know, we lost my grandmother, which was big. You know, Kathy and I had an Ireland trip and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, we lost my grandmother while we were going on that and had our moment. You know, we talked about it on the show. And you know, that's for us and for our family, that's like the closing of the chapter, right? Of the greatest generation.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, that's probably, you know, it's hard. It's just generally hard. And, you know, I think it's kind of, I want to associate it similar to something like with your, like thinking about your own mortality.
Oh yeah. The thing that's constantly on my mind 24 fucking hours a day.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, I listen to like the Stoic podcast, and one of my things I'm going to do for the new year is the guy that writes the Daily Stoic, his name is Ryan Holiday.
Okay.
And he co-wrote this thing. It's a Daily Stoic like journal. So it basically has like room for you to have for journaling, but it also gives you like prompts. Like, here's something from the Stoics, and it gives you a prompt for you to be able to put your kind of own thoughts to it.
Sure.
And he's talked about it, and I'm like, I was going to start it around my birthday, and then I realized it's like the book's not really set up for that. So I decided I'm going to start it with the new year, and I think it's going to help me focus a little bit on like what you're dealing with, because I'm in the same boat, and I think it's a little bit more acute for me just because of my medical stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, you're dealing with your stuff too. So I don't want to like make it seem like any less at all. But,
and I understand, like, you've been dealing with your shit for a long time now.
yeah, I have. Yeah, my stuff, is very challenging, and it forces me to think about it, especially like when I'm in pain all the time. So I'm hoping that leaning into the stoicism a little bit and will help me focus that a little bit more in the new year.
Well, and if, as you go along and you do that, maybe if you have some tips or advice to pass along to myself and the rest of the.
So I like forwarding, just like with the space stuff. When I find something that I think you would find relevant, I've done it in the past. I don't know how much you've actually looked at it, but there's definitely been some emails that I've sent to you that were like from there.
Emails.
Yeah.
When was this?
This is throughout the year I've done it.
What email address are you emailing?
Juliet Chan.
My personal email address?
Yeah.
My Gmail?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten an email from you at all this year that I've seen in my inbox.
Yeah, they've been forwards
Okay.
usually, but anyway,
Wonder if it's like going
I
to my spam
digress.
folder.
I say all that, and I'll wrap all that shit up with, like, you know,
Wrap that shit up, B.
with grad school and everything else. With the Latin phrase that is still banging around in my head, just refuses to visualize.
It'll come to you as soon as we're done.
Yeah. Or as soon as I fucking Google it.
Yeah.
You know, with mental health, it is one of those things where it is a constant struggle for damn near everybody, and you're not alone. And I think anybody who's listening to this that's dealing with that, like, and is in their own head, because I do it. I get into my own head just so deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super, super lucky that I have outlet like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have friends like Jason and John, and I'm married to a woman who recognizes it, and she helps me find a vector where I can kind of get out of my own head a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to therapy, and I have medication, and all these things because it's necessary. Because I want to keep going. You know, I have unfinished business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to, when you're struggling, just understanding that, like, you're not alone. You're never alone. Nobody is going to know exactly what you're going through. However, somebody can listen to what you're going through and look at you and say, I genuinely care about you, and I want to help you get through this. And that person's out there.
Yeah.
And they're listening right now.
Yeah.
So,
and Isaac, I just want you to know we are your friends.
yes, we are your friends. We're here for you.
Yep.
Every week on Monday. Most Mondays.
See,
3 p.m.
but not next Monday.
But not next Monday.
Yeah. We'll be back on January 2nd.
That's right. Why are we not doing next Monday?
Because you said no. Because you said you have plans.
That's right. Because it's the holidays.
Yes. It's the day after Christmas.
It is the day after Christmas. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm not ready for Christmas. I've already established that.
Right.
Obviously.
Anything else after these deep thoughts with Dave Martin?
Deep thoughts with Dave Martin. I started with Jason having to fucking give a disclaimer, and finished with Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. No, I do not.
All right.
However,
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring up another article.
Oh, okay.
Unrelated.
Impromptu subject matter here.
Yes. So how do I get this? Anyway, I'm not even. The article is not important, but it did bring up something. And for us, when our weeks, we talked about, we have our Black Series.
Yes.
Right.
Whoops.
The sacred Jedi.
Jeff G.I. Joe also, right?
Hero, G.I. Joe's there.
And we have our Pops.
The sacred Jedi.
Pops. Right. And so the headline that I saw while I was driving here was not just for kids. Toy makers aim more products at grown-ups.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And one of the things that it talks about, this is off of AP News. And it really, it hits home, talking about how, like, basically our generation is especially during the pandemic, we were looking at things like Legos and just toys, like and reminiscing about toys and kind of using that as our own little escape.
Yeah.
Much like we did when we were children.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what we did. So this whole industry of toys that is geared towards us and not necessarily our offspring.
Yeah.
And they're making money off of this.
Oh yeah, and I totally believe that they are in these fucking boardroom meetings. They're like, we need to keep selling toys to these fucking Gen Xers because they're the ones who are buying all this shit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you think about it. We talked about it when we talked about the GI Joes. Not only are we like nostalgic for the old school GI Joes, but these new fucking classified series GI Joes that are just like Black Series figures. I was reading an article by some guy recently, and he's like, it wasn't an article. It was a guy posting in a Facebook group, and he's literally like, loved GI Joes as a kid. Gen X are same our age, and he's like, I just found out about these classifieds 2 weeks ago, and this is where we are now. And it's like literally like 50 fucking GI Joe classified things
Like,
all on a rack like this.
Oh no!
Yeah.
God, you fell into the trap. It's
Yep.
a trap.
Yeah, but I mean, and we've talked about this before. I think our generation, more than the ones before us or the ones after us, have this tie to these things, these franchises, these toys that were out when we were kids because of the reasons that you said, that they were our escape from the fucked up world that we grew up in. And yeah, as we're getting older, as we are now one of the primary money-making generations, we're getting into the time where our kids are all going away. We have more expendable income. What the fuck are we gonna buy? Fucking more Black Series figures or more GI Joes or whatever. So yeah, I totally believe that they're targeting us.
So at the end of the article, it has a quote here, which I think kind of sums it up. And this is for somebody like, this is a woman. She's 61. She was visiting an American Girl store with her granddaughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So American Girl, that's like a high-end doll, like super upgraded,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Cabbage Patch Kid type thing.
All right, just take it easy. Make
What?
it last all night. Make it last all night. She was an American girl.
Anyway, she said that during the pandemic, she took comfort looking at her own daughter's dolls. She said she pulled out some of her son's Legos and other toys and played with them. Now she's thinking of buying a few things for herself. She said, all those games brought me comfort when I was a kid. You know, some sort of changed you at different times when you needed it. She said, and you needed it. So, yeah, it's not just us. It's not just Jason and Dave and this, because obviously there's a lot of us that suffer this affliction. So, and I just, it was poignant because I'm driving to the show, right? We're surrounded by our toys, and we were just at the house yesterday admiring.
Oh yeah, I saw Dave's new TIE Fighter display
Yeah.
yesterday, which is beautiful.
Yeah, my updated display with the lighting and everything else. And he got to fly my Millennium Falcon around.
Yes,
My
yes.
aluminum Falcon, which a separate sidebar.
That comment on, what was it, Instagram?
Like, did he say aluminum Falcon? Like, yeah, like from the fucking Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Like, somebody was like completely dumbfounded that I would mispronounce it. Like, doesn't he know that's the Millennium Falcon? Like,
What the hell's an aluminum falcon?
right. I think.
Well, where are you?
Who are they? What
Whoa,
the hell's
whoa,
an
whoa.
aluminum Falcon?
What do you mean they blew up the Death Star? Beep, beep, beep. Who's they?
It's such a great, everything that had fucking Palpatine and Robot Chicken was,
Oh, it was
fucking
fantastic.
gold, absolute gold. I'd
Yeah.
love to revisit that, by the way.
Yeah.
That would be fucking fantastic.
Well, especially the fact that What's His Nuts did the voice too. That was just icing on the cake.
Who did the voice?
Fucking Family guy. The dude.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. He was the voice of Palpatine, right?
Well, I mean, he did a fair amount of voices for it.
Well, we're gonna
Where
just
did my phone go?
Oh, we were trying to figure out what the buzzing was in our fucking microphones.
Oh, thank you, Chad, for
What's going on?
stay still.
Oh, does he want the fucking? Yeah, Seth MacFarlane played Palpatine in All of the Robot Chickens,
Go for Papa Palpatine.
which was fucking just made it that much better. What is going on?
I'm just taking a picture.
Jesus Christ.
I want everybody to see what I have to look at.
Do you understand that we're an hour and 20 minutes into the fucking show and we haven't even touched our main topics yet?
Do you understand that the main topic is fucking? Oh shit!
Jesus, Dave. Do you need a break or anything before we get into our main topics?
No.
All right, so
not.
we're just gonna hop right into it. So,
Maybe you should go pee or something and give me a minute.
should I go pee and give you a minute?
Yeah, you should go pee
All
and
right.
give me a minute.
Okay, fine. I could probably squeeze some out. So we're gonna do this. Man, we gotta make a new sign. Look at how terrible a shape this is. Remember, this is from 2016 from Mississippi. When I was in Mississippi, I made this.
Yep. We need
It's
to just
still
put that in
here.
a frame and
Yeah.
and
Oh, maybe give it away to one of our lucky Patreon supporters. Put it in a frame or laminate it and send it to them as a gift. That's a
that's
a relic of the show.
Well, we could do that, or we could like have prints made up that were like
replicas.
replicas of it. It's kind of like we'll have it like parchment, like when you go to like the Constitution Center or something, and you're gonna like, oh, I'm going to the gift shop and I'm gonna get a copy of the Constitution. It's on like the fake aged paper.
Oh yeah.
Like we just had it printed on that, and then people can have their own. Although that would look like it's soaked in pee.
Well, that's part of the appeal, right?
That's right. Yes, we take it with us when we go pee. Like it's our hall pass to go pee.
Oh, that would be hilarious. But then you got to like piss with one hand and just
Drip, drip, drip.
All right. Well, we're going to take a very quick break and then get to our main topics finally after this very quick word from our sponsor. All right.
All right.
I shall return.
For the YouTube audience,
Speed
go
read.
go. For the YouTube audience, somebody, not gonna say who, but somebody may or may not have read the entire comic that we're supposed to cover today, because he's been busy. Like, I had a whole fucking, I had Reach Across America to do. I had work. I was sick. There was reasons. And yeah, so there was that. I should just read this out loud. Yeah, that shouldn't be anything, right? That wouldn't get us in trouble, would it? If I just read the comic? If I read it like, all right, let me see. Inigo Montoya, ready? My name is Inigo Montoya. That ship is our only way off this rock. K2, you need to do something. You said that we in. Wait, no, K2-SO does not sound like that.
Is this story time with Dave?
I was going to just read it, but it's so dumb. It's not a good comic. Spoiler
How
alert.
would you know? You haven't read it.
I just finished it. It's over.
Oh my god. So
He holds the K2-SO's penis and
penis so schmo.
no, it's not. It's a rather large robot penis.
Ooh.
Yes.
No, Scott from the Use and Abuse podcast just sent me something.
Yeah.
He said I can make this the background of my phone.
Yeah.
NFC West champions.
Yeah, you could do that. No, ironically, the Eagles still don't have the NFC East sewed up, and they're 13-1.
Even when the fucking Cowgirls like lost to the Jaguars yesterday, they still haven't clinched.
No. We have to beat the Cowgirls on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, okay.
That's gonna be a hell of a day.
Indeed.
I'll
be watching.
I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get drunk that day.
Can you look at this? Look at this.
It's fucking amazing. Well, if you're gonna fuck it, you might as well fuck it yourself. Okay, two piss on your plate.
All right, we ready to get back to it?
Yes.
All right, give me a countdown when you're ready. And we're back. So, while Dave is fucking around over there, our first
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
of our two main topics today, we're going to be talking about this Cassian and K2-SO comic that came out in
2017.
2017. So yeah, hot after
I made that up.
Rogue
That might
One.
not be right.
No, I think it's legit because
wow.
yeah, I do remember it came out not long after Rogue One came out, which came out in December of 2016. And it tells the story of how Cassian Andor found K2-SO and reprogrammed him, and you know, they became the best friend. You guys are my best friends. But yeah, and
Token, I need you to lay a baseline.
Dave was kind of alluding to this before. Not a whole lot to this book. There are a couple of little interesting nuggets, but I think there's a more important overall discussion to be had about this comic. So just a couple of real quick things we're going to rehash. So
Spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert. Again, if you haven't read this fucking 5.5-year-old comic at this point, what the
Don't.
fuck? Yeah. Well, yeah, because in this podcaster's humble opinion, it may not even be canon for much longer. But I digress. Cassian's sent on a fucking mission. He's deeply entrenched with the rebels at this point. He's got these two fucking twin aliens with him,
Right.
which not a whole lot to them except for the fact that they communicate through smell, through pheromones that they describe throughout the course of this comic
Right.
book. And it's unique. It's a very unique concept, and I don't think it's something to kind of just like, you know, brush off, but that kind of a species can only really be described or presented in some kind of a either comic book or novel format. Like I don't think you could really present that in something cinematic
That's true. I mean,
without having just like an obscene amount of exposition to go along with it.
yeah, it's kind of it takes me back to like the expanded universe when we had like the hive stuff,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, where in the hive mind, how they communicated and everything,
Mhm.
like none of it was all nonverbal.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and there's insects like bees, I think, communicate via pheromones as well.
Right, and I think even some animals will like at least emit pheromones that will attract other animals and all that. But yeah, like it's a concept that's not completely unheard of. And as far as I know, this is one of the first times that we're seeing this in the Star Wars universe, and I think it's unique.
Bees. Your firearms are useless against them.
And you know, Cassian throughout this, as they're like communicating with each other, he makes some comments like, "Oh, judging by the smell, I guess you're agreeing with my plan or whatever."
Did you notice that they have gauges, like their ear piercings?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that. Okay.
I
I don't want to disparage any of our listeners. But if
But
you
he's going to.
But if you have gauged earrings, what is wrong with you? Like why do you feel like you need that much attention where you're going to permanently mutilate your body, never get a real job? For what? For what statement are you saying by like, "Oh, look at these big fucking holes in my ears. Oh, aren't I so cool?" No, you're not. You're not.
So
Don't do it.
I don't like them either, right? However, that being said, we are so old. We are so old because like that statement alone, like you get a real job. Like these they get hired. Like, you know, tattoos on their necks and faces and stuff, like they're all getting hired into these jobs. Like, cuz all the old fucks that would like isolate them because of it, they're all dead. They're dying or they're retiring or whatever. So like this is
Not me.
This is who's in a player's pool.
You
these
better
days.
hope I'm not on your hiring board.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
It is. Yeah. I do not like it. And most of the people like that are younger that I see have it all regret it.
Oh,
So-
go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure. They're going to regret putting massive permanent fucking holes in their body that
Yeah.
like sag over the years and they look like fucking...
Yeah. I think, honestly, I think if Vickers is in here, I think Vickers, did you do cages?
Oh.
I don't know if he did.
They
or
let
not.
him do that shit in the military?
No, he's retired.
He just retired.
Yeah.
You're saying he's just now starting to do fucking gauges?
I think so.
Don't do it, bro. You got time. It hasn't been that long yet. You can salvage this. So anyway,
I don't know. I noticed that, you got two broads in this ship with Cassian. He's got to be fucking them, right?
maybe.
I mean, we know based on Andor that Cassian's a player.
Yeah.
Right. He fucking swings his dick around when he needs to get something out of it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me at all if he's.
I mean, he couldn't even like keep it straight for fucking Bix,
Right.
And if you can't keep it in check
For number one,
for number one, then
Yeah.
I guess there's no hope for you at that
that's,
point.
That's true. So he's getting some of it. It's like a Captain Kirk fucking situation where it's like, oh, you're purple. I see some tits in there. Yeah,
I'm in.
My name is Inigo Montoya, and I'm gonna get some of that ass.
So yeah. And yeah, he's traveling with them. They're looking for information on the new Imperial security protocols. That's the whole driving story arc of this, is him and these two alien broads that communicate through smell are looking for Imperial security plans. So they land on this fucking planet that's not supposed to have a big Imperial presence. Hey, lo and behold, it has a big Imperial presence. And they're
Right.
fucking sneaking around. They're trying to get into shit. And wouldn't you know it, fucking K2-SO appears and halt. You're doing bad stuff. I'm going
Right.
to arrest you.
Oh, who
and,
goes there?
and like fucking 3 times they fucking do his fucking kill switch on his back. And it's like, all right, let me reprogram. And he turns them on. He's like, I still have 60% of my fucking memory. You are under arrest. And then, and then, more reprogramming. And I'm just like, all right, this is getting a little tiresome. And yeah, at the end of the day, these two chicks sacrifice themselves in like this big explosion. Cassian gets away with K2-SO, and who just so happens to have the programming for the new Imperial security protocols, and that's kind of that. K2-SO was fucking great in Rogue One. He was the comedic element,
Right.
but it was like a real sarcastic type thing. It wasn't like gut busting, silly comedic. It was like the most sarcastic fucking robot you could imagine.
Right.
But it was good, and the way he interacted with the humans. In this, didn't see it. Like, if they were trying to recapture that magic that we saw in Rogue One, wasn't there. And yeah, that's pretty much the fucking book. And here is my main takeaway from this. And it's, we still have Andor season 2 to come. There's no fucking way that they don't do season 2 without K2-SO, at least towards the end, right? Because everybody's going to be expecting it. I'm sure that they already put it into their plan. So where does that leave this fucking story? Like, are they going to shit can this whole comic from canon? Have they done that yet? I don't think Disney has, as of yet, shit canned their own canon. A lot of cans.
Shit canned. They're
But
canon.
I don't think they've removed anything that they've done so far from canon to make things work from the cinematic perspective. But at the same time, I feel like they're going to put K2-SO in Andor season 2. And how much you want to bet Bob Iger is heavily invested in this, because he's taken over for Disney. They're in kind of a slump right now. Star Wars is their one saving grace on Disney Plus, and like everything that comes out Star Wars wise is going to be under a microscope. And he's like, hey, people love this K2-SO. Let's make sure we get him into Andor season 2. And what's going to fucking happen? You think Pablo Hidalgo is going to raise his hand and be like, well, sir, we've already introduced K2-SO in a different story in our fucking comics. And Bob Iger's going to be like, okay, well, fucking remove that comic from canon, and then I'm going to remove you from your fucking job, you little shit. But yeah, there's no fucking way. And, this is the big difference between the way Disney treats canon and the way George treated it. Like, you may not agree with the way George was very, well, he made no bones about it. He's like, for me, the only thing that's canon is the movies that I've put out. He's like, at any time, I can pull the plug on all of this expanded universe, the stuff that's now Legends material. He always said, that he could pull the plug on that shit at any time if he wanted to make more movies and they didn't correlate with what was written in these books. He never, there was no ambiguity there. He's like, I can fucking stop this anytime I want. I can shit can all of this canon. So when everybody like was all up in arms when Disney bought him out and did that, I don't understand why. Because like George, from his own mouth, said that was a possibility.
Right.
So, but now Disney has taken a completely different approach. They have been very meticulous about making sure all of this shit works together. They've dropped hints from some pieces of canon into others, from like novels to comics. Like you even getting little snippets of stuff in movies. So they have been very good at appeasing the hardcore fans like us by giving us little shit and little pieces of canon all over the place. But eventually that's going to fucking bite itself in the ass when you don't leave a certain fucking era in your storytelling. You're going to get some fucking overlap and some potential conflicts. And I think that's going to happen with fucking Cassian and K2-SO. And I feel like we are going to hear at some point down the road Disney saying, yeah, that one comic, that one Cassian and K2-SO comic, that was never canon. Haha! Fooled you! But then keep everything else.
Or be like, that wasn't the K2-SO. That wasn't the, like, oh.
That was K2-SO, the number 0.
K2-SO. Not
Right.
K2-SO.
Yeah.
Like,
It's Lavieso or wait, hold on. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
right. Dude, so I'm severely distracted right now.
Yeah, I've noticed that. What the fuck is going on?
So I looked at my phone and I saw a thing that said Jalen Hurts is going to could miss the remainder of the regular season.
Are you shitting me?
With a shoulder injury.
What?
Yeah, I know. He got a player pancaked him
Yeah.
at the end of a run, and he did. Like you could tell there was some discomfort there, and I guess he's got a shoulder strain, which I put in the chat.
Now you say just regular season or the whole season?
Regular season.
Okay, so he'll be back for the playoffs.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have played for like a fucking month.
Yeah. Huh.
That Cowboys game is too fucking big to put in the hands of Gardner Minshew. Uncle Rico is not the guy. Anyway, I'm oh god, I'm sick to my stomach. But
Jimmy G will be ready to go in a couple weeks.
Anyway,
So yeah,
this comic is bullshit.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a one-off, like
it's a very weak story.
splinter of the mind's eye, fucking
Yeah, and I feel like that's where it's going to end up. It's going to end up
Yep.
in the fucking dumpster of not canon. And this could be a precedent. This could be the first time that Disney does this. Again, that's assuming we get the K2-SO story in Andor season 2, but I can't imagine,
I can't imagine not getting it. Honestly, just from the timing perspective, and I think they've already alluded to it. I think they've already alluded to the
the Andy Tudyk or Alan Tudyk, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Like they mentioned that he might be coming in for season 2, so yeah. It's interesting.
Fuck me. God damn it.
All right, well, don't let yourself be distracted because we have a good main topic to get into now.
Yes.
Now that we've gotten through the Cassian and K2-SO, ultimately, recommendation, don't read it.
Oh my god, my fucking Twitter feed is. Oh no, no!
What?
Oh, it's a thing.
Alan Two Dicks, thank you.
Yes.
Scarif After Dark.
The two dicks.
Yeah.
Two dicks. Sidebar. So I'm playing Call of Duty, right? And I just been jumping on and off. Like every once in a while, I'll see that Brady and Dragon Buddy are on there, but like I'm not on long enough to like go through the whole process of fucking like, hey, you guys on? It's like I just don't.
Sure.
I'm too fucking ADHD like lately. And I'm running out of time too because I'm going to start school again and video game time is going to go
Sad face.
by. So anyway, there's one of the characters on there, or like one of the Overwatch voices is like, oh, it's like very Korean. It's like this. It's just like,
Whoa, you're not about to do a racism, are you?
oh my god, it sounds like so. Oh, we're so racist. Like, oh, there's enemies behind the bricks. It's like the most like stereotypical like Korean. It's just awful. So I'm sitting there playing, and Kathy's sitting in the chair next to me, and I just start going like doing the voice of that, do it against that voice, and I'm just like, oh, thank God I'm not recording this because it's just horrible. Oh, I throw two hand grenade at you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just bad.
What game is this?
This isn't Call of Duty. Wow. Like for whatever reason, I don't know. There's Mongolian. I don't know. I don't know what the character's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's a weird like. It sounds like a South Park Asian
Right.
character. Like
Hello, Shitty Walk.
yeah. Oh, no, it's more hello. It's very like it's very stereotypical, and every time I'm just like, oh. I can't right now.
This is probably for
can't
the
do it.
best. All right, so yeah, we the real thing that we wanted to talk about is what's coming in Star Wars in 2023.
Right.
That's the big thing. That's what's going to carry us past this this comic book that we talked about.
It's not pheromone squirting fucking sisters on Andor's dick.
Yeah, because
Although it could be.
Yeah, because as much as people want to complain about Star Wars under Disney's ownership, you can't fucking deny the fact that the content is coming, and it's coming hard.
That's what she said.
So smooth.
And yeah, we've got so much to look forward to in 2023, and let's just fucking get right to it. First of all, and we talked about this right before we went live, we have a pretty substantial anniversary coming up.
Yes.
And we're going to have to do something to commemorate this, as I'm sure every other fucking podcast on Red 5 is going to do the same. But Return of the Jedi, 40th anniversary this coming year.
Yeah.
That's big.
I'm super excited because I would guarantee I will put money on the table right now that says that they'll do a theatrical. They'll put something in the theater for it.
Ooh.
And I will see that in the theater fucking 15 times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it'll take me right back to that. Well, you can't really see the picture up there, but you see the two pops of the, you got Luke in cloak and the He-Man. Well, that's representing a picture of me and my cousin Rick, friend of the podcast, Frederick Martin, Patreon supporter, Frederick Martin. And it's a picture of us, and he's He-Man for Halloween, and I'm dressed as Luke with my green lightsaber and my black cloak for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
From fucking 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit, from 40 years ago. Oh my god, dude.
It's insane.
We're so fucking old.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're so old.
So, and you know, Swede mentioned in the chat, and I think this is going to be the case for most of the people, specifically in our age group.
Right.
Return of the Jedi is the movie that we all remember seeing in theaters as kids, because that's the first one I saw in theaters growing up, and I still have. I was 5 years old at the time, 6 years old, and I still have very, very clear, sharp memories of seeing that in the fucking theater.
Yeah.
And what I was
Same.
feeling and how that solidified me as you will be a Star Wars nerd for the rest of your fucking life now.
Yeah. No, same.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
And in fact, Swede, what are you doing next May? You want to drive out to Jersey and join us in the studio? What's going on here? Oh, you're gonna show us the picture again?
It's like,
I've seen it.
you know, October. This was taken in October of '83. So
Nice.
this was like, so in 1983, right? Yeah, in 1983. how old was I? In October of 83, it would have been my
You'd have been 7, I think.
8th birthday in October of 83.
Okay.
So I was 7 when the movie came out.
Yeah.
So at 7 years old, I was fully fucking engorged in Star Wars toys. Fucking, I saw Empire. Well, I saw Empire in the drive-in was the first thing, but Jedi was the first stand in line movie theater experience where it just the excitement of the entire event and just oh god, I can't wait. That is going to be honestly this is going to be a good show. It's going to be a good fucking show.
Yeah.
When we get into this one.
And Swede's already accepted my invite, so
There you go.
So apparently he's coming to the studio in May.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and I think Dragon Buddy's inviting himself. All right, Chris, come on out too. Fuck it. we'll have a pre
Well,
300.
Well, yeah, are we going to talk about that later?
It's in the notes. Just fucking cool your
I'm
jets.
scrolling. See me spitting and scrolling.
Yes. So anyway, yeah. May, keep an eye out for Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary.
Gonna be May.
Yeah. So let's start off with really the meat of what Star Wars is right now, and it's the fucking Disney Plus shows. That's where most Star Wars content is coming from. Most of the best Star Wars content are these fucking Disney Plus shows. And we've already talked about this, but we're going to just sort of recap. Starting January 4th, so what, 2 weeks from now? Bad Batch Season 2 starts. Now,
Yeah.
I know you don't give a shit about that, but
It's not that I don't give a shit.
he certainly acts like it.
I really wish that they would make some changes, is all. I'm going to watch it.
Hunter's never getting rid of the tattoo. You need to let that go.
It's not even a tattoo. It's the Rambo headband and the haircut.
I don't think he's getting rid of any of that. I think you just need to just accept it, Dave. Just close your eyes, bite your lip, and accept it.
No.
Okay.
You have
Then,
no
then
idea
it's just,
what a
then
weird.
it's just going to be harder for you.
You know what a weird sight picture it is right now.
the
with
the pillow.
with the pillow in the background, just like looking at your face and you're like bite your lip and accept it, and you're back there and you're
Oh, there was no innuendo in that
oh
whatsoever.
Sidebar Cantina across his tits. Like,
But-
oh baby,
I mean, I'm looking forward to Bad Batch Season 2.
bag of what?
Bag of Batch.
Bag of
The
batch?
Bag of Batch Season 2.
Yeah, because it's bag of shit.
Because again, I'm looking forward to these additional stories as to what's going to happen to the existing clones. That's what really intrigues me about the Bad Batch. I like the crew too. They have a good dynamic and everything, but I'm much more interested in what happens to these clones. Now we know we're going to get Cody in this. We know Rex is coming back again. So
This show is a vessel to see what's going on with the clones in general.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. I think it's a really good way to this is your interior shot of what's going on with the clones. Adding the Omega factor into that,
yeah.
it's a very odd. It's an odd thing.
Which I mean, I know
I don't know how they're going to resolve that.
Yeah. I have one fear as to how they're going to resolve that, and I'm hoping they don't do it that way.
Is that because that would mean Luna Girl's right
about?
what Luna Girl always talks about when we talk about Omega?
I don't remember what she said.
She's going to. I guarantee you, she's
Well,
going to mention it in the
tell
chat.
us in the chat, but
She's gonna. If she hasn't already.
yeah. But I mean, otherwise, like again, I enjoyed the characters.
Oh yeah, there it is. It's all the way to fuck up there.
Where Omega is not force. No, it's actually not that. That part I don't care about. It's something else that I fear they're going to do with her character. But I digress. Let's just hope they don't go there, and we don't have to talk about this ever. But yeah,
Omega is Snoke.
damn it! How did you know?
Omega is Snoke. That's what we're going with.
All right, fair enough. So yeah, we got that coming January 4th, and as soon as that's over, I'm assuming it's going to be 10 episodes. The last one was 10 episodes, right? Chad, help me out.
Yeah.
So that would be 10 weeks.
Yes.
So that'll roll us right up to the beginning of March when Mandalorian Season 3 starts, which it's fucking crazy because you know, and all of this hype of everything else going on, especially with Andor kind of overshadowing a lot, you know, Mandalorian season 3 is going to be fucking huge. I would imagine, because you got to remember, this is what fucking started all of this. The Mandalorian show, and this is what's been driving this explosion in the Disney Plus streaming shows, was how successful and popular Mandalorian was with Grogu and fucking
16 episodes, by the way,
oh fuck.
for the new Bad Batch.
Oh, so we're going to get a lot of overlap then between Bad Batch and Mando.
Which
at that
last episode, season 2, episode 16 is March 29th, 2023.
Okay. So
one a week for.
So yeah, we'll get 4 weeks of both, which I'm fine with. I'd rather them space it out so that we don't have to like double dip, but yeah, whatever. I'm sure Disney knows what they're doing.
Yeah, you can't fuck with them till they're fucking up, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels. How long has it been since we've had Mandalorian season 2? It's been like 2 years now, right? Since season 2. Because we had the season 1.5 with fucking Boba Fett.
Right.
But the actual Mandalorian season proper, it's been 2 years, right? Because if you remember, the last fucking episode of that was Luke Skywalker chopping his way through the fucking the Imperial base.
Right.
And taking Grogu with him.
Right.
That had to have been 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
it's
internet will travel, right?
It's been a while. And yeah, Mando is March 1st. Did I say something different? I thought I said March 1st.
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Okay, yeah. Well, if I didn't say March 1st, I meant March 1st. But yeah, this is going to be huge. We're delving deeper into the whole Mandalorian lore with the fucking Children of the Watch versus fucking what's her name, Bo-Katan, who, by the way, I'm just going to say this now, and this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't like Bo-Katan. I hope she does not end up on the throne of Mandalore.
I'm indifferent.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, she's okay. Katie Sackhoff is great. She's a good actress, and I understand why we have this character in this story, but I hope she doesn't end up in charge of Mandalore. I don't think she deserves it.
Well, I definitely don't think she deserves it.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not she's going to get it, it could very well turn out to be the same thing that happened when old girl gave her the fucking blade to begin
Sabine.
with.
Yeah,
Sabine gave her.
Yeah, if nothing else, we should see like a return of Sabine or something. Now, that would add an interesting dynamic.
Yes.
And we've seen through some of these teasers that there are a lot of other Mandalorians,
right,
chilling. So
live action Sabine.
Yeah. I'd be down.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bix is Sabine.
Would that work? I don't think that would work.
I don't think so either.
No, because Sabine was pretty young at the start of Rip.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody make that work.
TBD. Yeah. Well,
somebody put Mandalorian armor on Bix. Go.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to the next season of Mandalorian, but it feels like I said, that it's not getting the fucking
hype.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's just odd, and hopefully that changes for March 1st.
Yeah, I mean, we got time.
Yeah, indeed. So we also have the Ahsoka show coming out. Another thing that many people are getting super excited about. It's in production still, but I mean, they began filming on this back in May of this year. So they started filming this 7 months ago. It's been in production for a while, and most estimates are saying summer of 2023, but there's nothing official yet. In fact, today, Disney Plus released a little sizzle reel of Disney Plus shows coming in 2023, and there was one fucking scene from Ahsoka in there. It was very, very brief. It was mostly just Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, like fucking like pulling the hood off of her head. But you know, we have some footage.
Yeah.
So, and we know that they, at the last celebration, they had like a mini trailer for that, you know, you could see bootleg copies of it for a while running around. So we know that there's footage out there, and most estimates are saying that it's going to be summer of 23.
So interesting. I just threw into Google Ahsoka release date, and an article from space.com.
It's an interesting source.
Yeah. Certainly fucking more plausible of a source than
We got this covered.
yeah,
or
exactly.
Comicbook.com.
Space.com is usually on their shit for fucking space stuff.
Yeah, I've read articles from there
Yeah.
before, like legit space articles.
Which sidebar, did they fucking launch Electron? Lunar Girl? Anybody in the chat? Did they launch Electron? Did they launch Electron today?
No, I didn't hear.
Anyway, that was supposed to launch. Well, I mean, it scrubbed a while back, and then it was supposed to launch again yesterday, and it ended up not launching. But it was in the window, upper level winds fucking kept it from launching. Mechanically, it could have went, but the fucking winds kept it out. But it was launching out of Wallops, which those of us are in the Northeast, anything that launches out of Wallops, we get the opportunity in clear weather, especially at night, to see the launch. So I was really kind of looking forward to that. I had the camera ready. I was like, okay, had everything lined up, geometrically, just to be able to see, okay, this is where we should be able to see it. Yeah, and I know they were going to try and do it again today, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So space.com, coming back to Ahsoka, they're saying late 2023.
Okay, and
Which
that makes sense.
I would love for it to be one of those things where, like, hey, in May 2023, you have Return of the Jedi comes out, and in theaters, while you're at Return of the Jedi, you get like a full like trailer or full preview of Ahsoka.
That would be
like
awesome.
limited release. Like
Disney, do it.
Did you get hard just a little bit? Just thinking that right now.
Oh yeah.
Like I had the idea and I had a little bit of blood flow loss, and I'm like, ooh, that was good. That was a good idea, Dave. You should get that out of your face before you forget it.
And again, we have recent precedent. They did that with fucking Andor. They re-released Rogue One over the course of a weekend in theaters that came with that fucking extended Andor preview.
Yeah,
now
we were there. We saw it.
Now I know Ahsoka has nothing to do with Return of the Jedi specifically, but
Right.
40th anniversary, new show coming up.
Yeah.
Why not?
Disney Plus advert, man. You're gonna have fucking people in the theater. Why not give them a little fucking show? Give them a little bit.
I knew that was coming.
a little bit.
So my question to
There's
you.
something wrong with me, by the way. That's not.
Oh,
normal.
we all know this, but you're in good company. So, but something I wanted to ask you and the rest of the chat: which one are you looking forward to more, Mando season 3 or Ahsoka?
Mando season 3.
Okay,
I'm a little bit torn on Ahsoka, and I think I'm in the minority on this, but I'm a little afraid of that they're either going to try and do too much with Ahsoka, or they're not going to do enough. Like, which it's kind of a cop out, right? I mean, it's like, oh, you're not really saying anything, but I don't know where my happy middle ground is for what I want to see out of this show.
right.
It's really cool. I think they got the right person. I think Rosario Dawson does present the character really well, especially like the age and everything else.
Yep.
I think she did a great job with it when we saw her. But having said that, I don't know where they're going to take this story, and I don't know if it's going to be enough. Are you going to give us enough information to make me care
Yeah.
and continue this story? Or is this going to be Obi-Wan, where now you're taking a character that we love and you're basically using this character just to generate,
just for content's sake.
right? And you're not actually advancing the story or telling us anything. You're just generating content. Like, I'm going to tell this completely independent story. I'm not going to answer any questions about anything that we would really know and associate with Ahsoka. Which, just throw it in anywhere. It's twice you've thrown your iPad today.
I know. One time was on purpose though.
But that's my concern with Ahsoka. Like, I have no such concerns with Mandalorian. Like, with the Mandalorian, I think there's a clear trajectory.
Yeah, and you're in good hands with Favreau and Filoni.
Right. And it's a Western, right? So no matter what happens, like, there is room for disappointment. but I don't. There's none. However, they decide to disappoint me, or if they do something that I might feel disappointed about, it's not going to affect the canon. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Like this is like it's its own story. It's its own thing. We know the writing's going to be good. We know the music's going to be good. We know the pacing and the tempo and everything else. Like if for some reason they decided to do something different than they did for the first 2 seasons, they're out of their fucking minds.
Mm-hmm.
So. There's no reason to do anything different. Just give us another season of what we enjoy. Mando getting beat up, you know,
Grogu saving his ass,
right? That motherfucker
and being cute.
That motherfucker gets beat up more. Like
I'm pretty sure there was an honest trailer that actually went into that too.
Yeah. No,
just
I
showing
think you're
like
right.
Mando getting his ass kicked all the time.
Yeah, just nonstop.
Yeah.
Grogu do cute shit, make cute noises, fucking throw up, do what he does.
Yeah.
And have random interactions with other people, and then just keep doing it, rinse and repeat, man. Just keep printing money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and make more pops.
Just to follow up, most of the chat, it seems like, is looking forward to Mando season 3 more than Ahsoka. So take that for what it's worth. All right, let's talk about the Acolyte, because the production is starting to ramp up on the Acolyte, and in a lot of articles I'm reading and a lot of talking heads out there, people all seem to think that the Acolyte is coming out in 2023. Now, again, no official word from Disney or Lucasfilm. To me, there's no fucking way this show is coming out in 2023 for 2 reasons. One, like, they just started fucking production on this thing. Like, they literally just within the last couple of weeks, it began production and filming and all that. So, like, they're too early in the process. And 2, the fucking deck is stacked right now for Star Wars content on Disney Plus for 2023. We just talked about 3 fucking primary shows, and then there's all kinds of other extra shit as well. Like, I don't think the Acolyte gets squeezed into 2023 unless we're talking like December kind of time frame. And even that, I think, is being a little bit generous. I think it's gonna be more like with Mando this year and be like, February, March timeframe of 24. That's this humble podcaster's opinion. I base that on nothing but my own speculation and really what I'm seeing in production and how long it takes for the shit to get fucking made.
Right.
So,
I can't disagree with anything you just said.
Yeah, and they're saying filming's supposed to go through April or May of this year. So, yeah, we're in like month 1 of a 5 to 6 month process.
Now, that being said, I think there's precedence here for, like, if they're using the type of effects and the type of studio that they're using for Mandalorian and they used for this other show that we liked, Andor.
Yeah, but they're probably also busy right now finalizing fucking Ahsoka, Mando's probably done at this point, I would imagine.
It should be.
But
at this point, it should be.
But Ahsoka, they're probably still working on the effects for that. And here's the thing, too. There's no, like, if they were really pressed for time, if they, like, were really trying to get this out in a rush, yes, they could. They could fucking jam in some effects same way they've been doing it. But there's no need to right now. You've got enough shit on your plate to where you don't have to jam it in. Sometimes you can wait before you just shove it in. You can kind of, rub the fans a little bit and just be like, oh, here you go. We're just gonna, soften you up a little bit, and then, we don't have to just stick it right in.
Just apply a little, some lube.
Yeah, maybe kiss their neck a little bit.
Right.
Kind of get the juices flowing.
Lick your fingers.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't believe that this is going to come out in 2023 either, but not from a production standpoint. Yeah, the timing, it would be hard regardless. But
yeah, it would.
Yeah, that's what she said. I think they're going to wait because right now, let's say you release something like this. Right, this is supposed to take place 100 years before the prequels, right?
Correct.
So,
you hearing that?
The fan kicked on one of the
laptops. I'm like, all of a sudden I got this.
Yeah, one of the laptop fans kicked on.
All right. Sorry, listeners, for the loud slapping.
Yeah, she'll see. Chantal will wait. She doesn't mind a little foreplay between each.
See,
show.
exactly.
No, I just think that if you're going to, this is such a departure from a storytelling perspective in Star Wars that I think you'd want to have something else too. Like you just don't want to tell this particular story because it might not be palatable for everybody.
Right.
Like, have something else to go with this. And I don't think it's one of the things that's out right now. I think that we haven't seen it yet. So I think they're working on the Acolyte, and then you'll have something else. Maybe something
like
animated,
like a book, or
right, or
something else to tie into it.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Sure.
maybe it's another Visions thing or something. You know what I mean? Like I think that they're going to work on a release that's going to have some. Okay, here's the dark side, and then now here's something for the light side, because being such a departure, like even with Andor, like okay, it's darker, right? And there's a lot of violence, and it's not subtle about what its goals are here.
Murder.
Yes, straight fucking cold-blooded.
Yeah.
But it's still fucking for the rebellion, right? It's for the greater good,
Right.
but with the Acolyte, it's going to be overall for the Sith.
Yeah.
And the Sith are the bad guys. So now how are you going to tell that story?
Well, yeah, and there's rumors that Darth Plagueis is going to play a part in this. So there's a lot of unknowns about this, and as there should be, because they just started fucking making it. So with the Acolyte, I think a year from now, we'll probably start getting a lot of the hype from this. We might have already gotten a teaser. And yeah, the hype will be building. We'll know it's coming like the 1st of 2024, and we'll get more of the story and all of that.
When's Celebration?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because it's in the notes later on, but it's April of this year, which I have some funny stories about that. Yeah. Well, a funny story.
Okay.
And not really funny, more of a sad story.
Okay, well, that's the opposite of In fact, it's not funny at all.
But it's in the notes, so we'll get there.
Where's my cursor?
Let's get through the rest of what's coming on Disney Plus. Visions season 2. Now I know we had some mixed opinions about Visions. Like some of the animated shorts we enjoyed, some of them we didn't. Apparently with season 2, they're gonna be taking it in some different directions. But I think we got enough content out of the first one to where I'll watch the second one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I can't wait for Vision season 2, but it'll be like, oh yeah, that's coming out soon. Yeah, we'll watch that and we'll see.
I'll definitely watch that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, because you've got the Ronin fucking pops and everything. So
Yeah, I bought the book.
Yeah.
I thought the book was really well written. I enjoyed that story.
Yeah.
The other ones, take it or leave it.
Like I enjoyed the one with the brother and the sister.
Right.
Mostly because Alison Brie was the voice of the sister, and
okay.
But I digress. So yeah, it's one of those things that I'm not going to get like super hyped for, but I'll be curious to see where they take it. And that's coming out spring of 2023. So no official date yet. So if I had to guess, I'd say right after Mandalorian wraps,
makes sense.
That's
a wrap.
March, April. Yeah. So probably beginning of May, I have a feeling is when we'll see Vision season 2. And
Probably get a little teaser at the celebration.
Oh yeah, for sure. And for Andor, there's no fucking way we're going to see that in 2023. But my hope is we start production in 2023. Like we hear something about, them kicking it off next year.
I'm sure. That makes sense. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I mean, they most likely have everything in the can right now anyway.
Yeah, well, I think they've got the story pretty much planned out. Whether or not they have hard scripts, that's another question. But we know Diego Luna and everybody else is already on board. It's been so popular amongst the Star Wars fans. There's no way they don't fucking fast track this into production as soon as they can. So I would like to hear next year, hey, we're working on Andor. We've started filming it. Mid 23.
I'm sure. I am sure once the soundstage clears out for whatever else they're working on.
Well,
Don't
but
get
and
into
that's the thing with so much shit in production, it's they got to stagger them anyway because
Yeah.
they got so much stuff in the pipe at this point. But just don't forget about Andor. Andor, very important, very very good show. Please make more. And that's the end of stuff to look forward to on Disney Plus. And there's probably going to be some other little random shit, shorts and stuff like that. But that's the main meat of what we're getting on Disney Plus in 2023. Now, video game wise, we are getting Jedi Survivor, which we talked about at length last week when the trailer dropped and we got the release date of March 15th. My goal is to try to play through Jedi Fallen Order before that happens. I'm already starting to be skeptical of my ability to get through that.
Why?
Before then. I don't know. I hate that fucking style of game that, oh, just die 3,000 fucking times before you learn the strategy for this fight, and then you can beat it and then move on to the next challenge that you have to die 300 fucking times.
I'm not super into that either, but I honestly think that I don't know. I think the story was worth it.
It was a good story.
I think the story was worth it. Bug
Yeah.
Eyes notwithstanding.
Yeah.
But
Which she's back with a fresh buzz cut this
Right,
time around.
right.
So
probably a little less buggy. I bet you she's probably less buggy on the Xbox X because it's optimized for that.
yeah.
I'm just looking forward to fucking like we talked about last week, man. I want to fucking grab a stormtrooper and use him as a human shield.
Oh,
and
yeah.
fucking have him like,
That's fucking beautiful.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah. The game looks phenomenal.
And
like visually.
And you know what I like? Something that I like about this character is there's really not hardly even. I don't think there's another hint of him, of Cal Kestis in anything else.
Canon wise.
Yeah.
Right. Which there very well could be for multiple reasons. Because A, he's still alive in these games. And B, they modeled this video game character identically off of the fucking actor.
Yeah, that dude, it is that dude.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
Yeah.
Like if you saw him on the street, you're like, oh my God, you're that guy.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, yeah, I am that guy.
Yeah. So they could just easily just be like in Ahsoka, just like, here's Cal Kestis. And everybody would look at him and be like, oh, that's him.
And we've seen that droid. You know, that droid has popped up in canon. So that was what, in The Mandalorian, right? Or
I don't remember.
it was in the shop.
There's so much content.
Yeah. I remember we saw the droid, or at least that droid type.
Yeah. Probably not the exact one.
But anyway, what I like about that and so you have this guy, they're not fucking trying so hard to tie him into everything else. He's got his own mission. He's doing his own thing. And
Sorry.
I don't know. I like this idea because he's not like the super good guy.
Right. Yeah.
You get this idea from it that he's like, it's closer to Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
You know, in that way where it's
how great were those games?
yeah, God, how amazing would it be to fucking remake those games with the gaming engines we have now? Because even when I replayed those, you know, they were still good.
They're fun, man. That's
They're
like the
still
most
good.
fun
You
I've
want
had.
to talk about fun using the Force? That's another
just
really good
fucking
one.
pushing guys around, grabbing a stormtrooper, throwing him against the fucking
Right.
wall, and just
Like how using the Force to its fullest extent.
yeah.
And that's this is the closest thing we get to that is this video game, and I hope it goes another order of magnitude in that direction where it's like, yeah, I'm using the Force to its max extent, you know, throwing stormtroopers around and shit like that, and with a character that's not fully like, you know, on this like angelic,
like Holy Crusade.
yeah,
kind
exactly. You know, there's obviously some mission there, but you know, to who and to what army he reports to,
Of thing. Yeah.
and we don't know yet. So it's going to be good, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep. For other Star Wars video games, I'm sure we're going to get all kinds of like mobile bullshit games and all that. But, you know, the other main games that we've talked about before in the past, like, first of all, the Old Republic, they're still making content for the Old Republic. They just got a new expansion this year. And I guarantee you I'll be resubscribing next summer for the Nar Shaddaa Nightlife event, because that's my favorite time of the year to just go fucking gamble on Nar Shaddaa and just have a good time. And so I'm sure I'll be playing some Old Republic this year. And Battlefront 1 and 2, the servers are still up, but I didn't realize they stopped making content updates for Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2020 was the last major update that game got, which, it's whatever. Like, I'm much more invested in Battlefront 1, as we've talked about at length on the show.
Yeah, for sure. I think what's interesting is that I've actually meant to go back into Battlefront 2 and make the tweaks that Dragon Buddy and Brady had me make in Call of Duty. Make similar tweaks in Battlefront 2 to see if it
helps.
Changes the gameplay a little bit.
Yeah. I'd be willing to give that game one last fucking try. Yeah. Just for the sake of...
I went so far as to... I downloaded it because it was on sale in Steam or something. I think it's on Steam.
Yeah.
Was it on Steam? Or was it on
been
Origin?
It's been on Steam before.
I know.
I think I own it on Steam.
But I think I have it on Origin because when I got Squadrons...
Oh.
I think whatever I have Origins or whatever I have Squadrons on, it was on the same thing. Anyway, it was on sale. So I have it on PC. So I'm like, well, let me try it on PC because maybe this experience will be a little different. You know, I've got it on, you know,
controls are a lot different.
Yeah, and it's the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not markedly better, but it's better.
On PC?
On PC.
Okay.
But I'm a better player on a controller.
Yeah.
Just because that's
especially when you've got so many hours invested in it already. You got to relearn a new scheme and all that.
Yeah, but it's not like you'll notice, especially like you've seen my setup, right? So with my screen, like with the widescreen, especially the curved like 35 inches of curved widescreen, you put Battlefront on it, and it actually like kind of puts you into it a little bit better. Yeah. Not Battlefront 1-esque, but you know, Battlefront 1 still looks good on the fucking TV. It was like Battlefront 1 was the perfect fucking video game.
It was.
It
was great.
You can't even talk around it.
Yeah.
Like it was so fucking good. We were so will we ever get there again?
I don't know.
I mean,
we've got to. I mean, the technology's there to make improvements and all that. It's just, you got to make maps that feel good and feel right. And Battlefront 2 just did not do that.
No. So let's, there's all kinds of pod slutting going on in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
No, I want to have a legitimate conversation about this.
Like right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
What else are we going to talk about?
Well, we were talking about stuff from 2023, but why not go back and just talk about stuff from 2015 and 2017?
Yeah, why not? No, because with these games, right? So we have Old Republic is Old Republic, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's vanilla, and it's hopefully going to keep continuing and keep churning out.
So far, I mean, it's showing no signs of slowing.
Right. So that's going to do what it does. The Jedi Fallen Order game is, or whatever it's called, the newest iteration.
Jedi Survivor. Yeah.
That story is going to play itself out because you can't keep Cal Kestis alive. So, and that gaming engine, I think, is going to be very specific to that
style of game.
Yeah. So I don't see that being the next big thing.
No.
You know, maybe tie something into Acolyte, you know, or you're working on something else. But when they made an investment with Battlefront 1, it was online game only, right? And one of the big things that we talked about when it came out was and one of the complaints was there's no single player version of it, because we're like, we really love this fucking game, we love the story mode and everything else, but it's only online.
Yep.
Like you're only be able to play online, and that people had an issue with that. But
those online games ended up being
those maps, they dedicated the time to make every one of those maps feel like you were in that scene.
Yes, and they were balanced too.
Yep.
That was the big thing. They weren't you spawn, boom, immediately dead.
Yep.
Because they were able to arrange the spawn points to where, if a majority of the team is over on this side of the map, you spawn over on this side of the map, and you don't immediately spawn into fucking enemy fire.
Yeah, it was designed well.
And it felt more tactical too. A lot more tactical than Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Where you could strategize and
the gameplay was instead of Battlefront 2. Again, we've talked this ad nauseum, but my biggest thing about Battlefront 2 is like I feel like I'm at the, I'm here at the fucking 30-foot view, whereas Battlefront 1 took me back about to the 120-foot view.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a bigger view of the fucking battlefield.
Yep.
Which makes me feel like I'm more in the scene because I can see more.
Yep.
Right. Regardless of, no, I'm playing this putting it on a television, not on a PC.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting like, even today, if I turned it on today, I would turn it on. And at some point I'm going to be on fucking Hoth or someplace where I'm going to walk up to the fucking ice and I'm going to look at the ice and they're going to have 4 or 5 inches of layers of detail in depth of the ice.
Yeah.
That's the level of detail that went into this game. And because they made it online only, I think they were able to do that. And I said all that to say this. They'll never get to that point again because they won't make another game where it's just online only or just focusing on. Like they're doing it, they're making hey, this is only single player with Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep. Which is good.
And that's fine. That is what it is.
Yep.
Right. Survivor would probably do itself better. Like Fallen Order, one of the things that they tried to make was that you could go back and play other worlds.
Yeah.
Like you could go back to another world, but it's not seamless, right? It's kind of wonky. Once you're finished the game and you try to go back to something else that you did, it's like it's not.
Right. Well, I'm sure they did that because they like had all kinds of hidden shit, stuff you couldn't get to
Oh,
before
yeah,
with
yeah.
like your early abilities.
Exactly. So they gave you the ability to do that, but I would like to see in Survivor like even a more open world where you had some more freedom of movement to like, all right, I'm going to get in a spacecraft, I'm going to bring up the map, and I'm going to fucking fly to this area.
Yeah, because the original was very linear.
Yeah. But it had the option. It felt like you could. What was the game? What did I call it? The fucking erectile dysfunction game. There was a space game. ED.
Oh, Elite Dangerous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Erectile dysfunction. That make it like that. Have this Jedi Survivor where if he's going to go and he's going to go have missions in uncharted space, let's go. Mm-hmm. Make it open enough where I can play this game. If I beat it in a weekend, because I'm going to sit down and I only have time, I'm going to fucking play this game. I'm going to play it to completion, and which I don't usually do.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to replay it, and I want to be able to replay it in a way that like makes sense. Not I'm replaying the same fucking thing that I did before, like because it's boring. Yeah. I don't want to fucking do that.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing the first one because it's like
you never finished the first one, so
right because I got tired of playing the same fucking thing over and over.
Yeah,
again.
but finish it first and then talk to me because the one game I actually fucking finished when I usually don't, and you haven't finished it.
Yeah,
come on, man.
All right, I'll work on it. All right, so in the interest of saving time, do we want to skip anything? Because I have novels coming up. I've got Black Series figures.
Listen. Let's talk about the novels real quick.
Okay.
Right? This novel, Battle Scars.
Yeah. It's a full novel that takes place. Again, it ties in with the Jedi Survivor. It takes place between Fallen Order and Survivor. So it's setting us up for Survivor. It comes out a week before the game.
Right.
So very similar to what they did with Battlefront 2. They had the Iden Versio novel tie in with the game release. So
I'll probably read it.
Yeah, and I'm not opposed to doing that also.
Right.
It's just, can we squeeze it in? We'll see.
I wonder if I can pre-order that.
There's
on
a High Republic novel coming out in April. I've completely avoided the High Republic, and I will completely continue to avoid the High Republic.
I can't. I've tried. I've started and stopped High Republic so many times now. I'm just like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not engaged.
Well, and you and many other Star Wars fans all have that
I
same
don't know
opinion.
I want to. I really do. It's not like it's so bad where I'm like put off by it. I just can't get into it.
Yeah. Someone picked up on my squeeze it in innuendo.
You've been doing it all night.
I know it's all over. Black Series figures, there's all kinds of shit coming out. There's good stuff that's been announced, and I'm sure fucking hundreds more that haven't even been announced yet. So the one thing I do want to say as far as Black Series figures in 2023, I think tonight, as our last show of the year, I'm going to take a picture of the Black Series wall.
Right.
And then this time next year, compare the two to whatever the fuck this display looks like, because we're gonna have some space issues coming up here very soon.
Yeah.
With the Black Series and the Pops. So I'll be curious to see how that unfolds. But I feel like my Black Series collection is probably gonna double in the next 6 days. And then who the fuck knows what's gonna happen over the next year following that. So I'm gonna take a picture of my display today. This will be the last one for the year, and then we'll see how it looks this time next year.
I can dig it.
Yep. Pops, we can do the same thing. They've got Pride Pops coming out next year, so I'm sure you're gonna be all over those.
Did that this year.
Yeah.
I think they had.
So I'll make sure to get you all the rainbow pops. All kinds of Legos, obviously. I saw one that's got a TIE pilot in it. It's the Vader TIE bomber, but it's got a TIE pilot figurine in it. So I'm like,
no Vader TIE bomber.
or the Vader fucking ship. You know what I'm
The
talking about.
TIE Advanced?
Yes,
You mean?
yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a TIE fucking expert. I'm sorry, Dave. But I'm curious if you would get something like that, because it does come with a TIE fighter pilot figurine in it, especially if he's got any kind of different alterations.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Perhaps. Honestly, it's going to depend on what the vehicle looks like.
Yeah.
Like, because I like the traditional tie, right? That, like, if you saw the display, right? The tie Advance that I do have built right now is on my desk proper, not on the display rack. The only ones on the display rack are the standard TIE fighters.
Yeah.
So, saying that, there's like some Force Awakens more modern tie that are on there, but I haven't like looked at the Sith, like, because there's some Sith TIE fighters that are actually kind of nice. They're cool looking builds, but they're so much different than that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
That's dead sexy.
Even more than like the First Order version of that. You still
Yes.
prefer just that version.
Just that version. So it would have to be a shit hot build for me to, like, you know what, I'm going to spend money on that. I can buy the figure separate if it's.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, every little part on that figure has its own part number, and I could buy each piece individually if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
So,
So
did we ever do the Sacred Lego?
no, I
voiceover?
still need to do that.
Did that come up in the chat? I just thought it just popped into my head.
No. So you asked about Star Wars Celebration. It is a celebration this year.
It's a celebration.
And it's a celebration in April in London. So they're not.
England.
Yeah, they're not doing it in any of their usual spots, typically Anaheim. No, they're going out to London for Celebration, which, they film a lot of the studio stuff out there.
It was Inglewood.
Inglewood. Yeah. The studio's there.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday, I'm hanging out with a mutual friend of ours and a friend of the show,
Right.
potentially a former guest of the show. And he asked me point blank, he's like, dude, do you want to go to Celebration this year? I'm like, maybe. He's like, yeah, I kind of want to go. You want to go? I'm like, sure. So
You're not going without me.
well, and he mentioned inviting you as well.
Yes.
But there's a sad ending to all of this.
What?
Apparently the tickets sold out a long time ago.
I mean,
So the only way to go now is you got to buy them off of, if you can find them on some sort of secondary market. So,
Yeah.
but that idea was floated, and he is currently investigating secondary market prices.
Interesting.
But yeah, he mentioned like, you want to go? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, well, okay. Do you think David want to go? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna happen, but you're telling me there's a chance,
Right?
You know, I ran it by the boss. She said okay.
Yeah.
So
I'd have to talk to the boss, but I
Yeah.
have to figure out. Maybe we should go Space A. Let's go Space A.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so that'll ease a lot of the cost.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm liking where this is going. But again, we got to get tickets. So
Yeah, but so here's the thing.
Tom, stop it. Stop it. Do you understand how hard it is for me to not buy some of those? Stop it.
So realistically, right? Let's just flush this out a little bit,
Okay.
right? Mutual friend notwithstanding.
Yes.
The idea, like there's flights Space A, we could get to Milton Hall
Yeah.
easily.
Yes.
Those flights happen regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Getting there and back, not an issue. You know, yeah, you want to take a little bit extra time off just in case, but in reality, not an issue getting there and back. Plus, I have access to G2, so I'll know exactly when we get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's not an issue. So it's free. That costs nothing for us to get there. Now we'd have to get from the base to the tube, and then take the tube into London.
That's fine. We just got to get our bodies physically over
Right.
the ocean.
Or I could rent a car, but I don't really want to drive on the other side of the road again.
Yeah, no.
I did it in Ireland. It wore me out.
Yeah. I mean, I could do that too. If worse came to worse, I could do it.
Yeah.
But we just need to get our bodies
Yeah, I mean,
into that country.
A cab ride from there is actually, the bus is not that expensive either.
Yeah, no,
it's a bit of a bus ride, but regardless, we can get into the city, and then once you get into the city, you're fine.
Yeah.
And then it's an hour from there.
Yeah. So
And
it
then
would,
the hotel would be easy to figure out.
yeah.
Like but once you're there, that's the thing. Even if you don't have tickets at all, there's going to be secondary like things to do
I would
without
imagine.
having tickets to be in certain things. Like it's going to there's going like, all right, so you're not going to be able to get into like, oh, here's a screening for this or
No,
this.
I don't think you can get into anything without tickets. Like, I don't think you can step foot onto any of the convention floor without some kind of a ticket. Yeah, it's not like you get tickets for certain parts of the thing. Like, oh, this is where they're previewing, Mando season 3 and all that.
I think that being there, there's a way to get in there.
Yeah.
And plus, we're fucking military. Military on a foreign soil.
Yeah, fucking respect us. We're Americans, goddammit.
That's right.
Wow. Fucking, and Chantal is leaving right before Miss Lopez comes on.
What?
That's a shame. Anyway,
Are we at Lopez time?
that's why I've been trying to rush to the end of this, because we've been going for 3 hours or 2.5 hours.
All right.
So
Well,
anyway,
before that happens, we have to make a quick break.
well, why don't I don't know what the fuck is going on today? Why don't you do that while I talk about our 300th episode?
Yes. Yeah.
So
tease our viewers.
while Dave is doing that, you may or may not know that this is actually episode 275 of the Sidebar Cantina, and our 300th episode is coming up in June/July timeframe. So Dave and I are talking about having a big get together out here in lovely New Jersey. Realistically, it's probably going to be July, but I mean, we're trying to make it work with everybody's availability. So if we have to squeeze it into, like, say, the end of June, we can double up on a couple of episodes to make sure the numbers line up to where it would fall on the end of June. And yeah, it's going to be an open invitation. Like specifically, we would like, the Escape Pod crew and our Lunar Girl to all be here for that. And Dave has access to a larger venue that we can set up, and we can have more people kind of around a table. But it'll be an open invitation for anybody that wants to come out. So I know I've already put some feelers out to a couple other folks. And if anybody feels like traveling out to lovely New Jersey and hanging out with us for our 300th episode, we can make a whole deal out of it. I've got plenty of vacation time. I don't think I have any plans for vacation around that time, so we can make it a multi-day affair if we got enough participation. It could be CantinaCon 2023, where we have like 2 days of drinks and food and
totes,
like what we did when Don and Brady came out here for episode 100. We spent a couple of days doing local shit or just hanging out, having fun, and then
not driving everybody to White Castle though. I'm not doing that.
But yeah, we can make a whole thing out of it and then celebrate our 300th episode. And all of our regulars would be invited, but more specifically the people in this area. Like I said, I definitely want the Escape Pod guys to come back if they can fit it into their schedule. Stop in PA and grab the rest of the crew and head on up. And
they could even do a remote show.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah, we can do like a double header. Big Swede can come out, but we're trying to get a feel for what sort of participation we would get for that. And then as soon as we get word, we'll start making hard plans. We're going to make them hard and we're going to make them long.
Well, I mean, you hope.
Yeah. Sidebar. I have a coworker who will remain nameless.
Okay.
Who takes pills to make things long and hard because apparently, that can't happen naturally for some men.
Okay.
And he's been trying to peddle this shit on me. He's like, dude, you got to try it. I'm like, no, I don't need it. First of all, it's like, no, man, even if you don't need it, it makes you fucking harder. It makes you bigger and thicker. I'm like,
wow.
I don't want to be walking around with like a fucking random boner for fucking 2 hours.
All right. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
That medication, people like, all right, look, I'm going to sound like a real prude here, but here's the reality. That medication, it's like a blood pressure medication, right? So taking it, if it's not prescribed and you have like some sort of
Helmet Fire said it also makes your heart feel like it's collapsing.
Yes. It, like, dude. Well, yeah. Helmet Fire will make a trip to New Jersey. Yeah. I know it's a long way.
Yeah.
Dude, you're right it's not something to fucking take lightly. It is affecting your blood pressure.
Yeah.
When you take those medications. So,
but apparently a lot of guys
your doctor.
Well, a lot of guys do it apparently, even when they don't need it for that extra benefit.
Right. And then you can have, like, oh, I feel funny. Right. Like, why don't I feel that?
Right. And I mean, I'm no fucking Peter North or anything, but I mean, I don't feel like I need, some fucking pill to, feel a little bit better about myself. Like, oh, look, I'm so big. Like, I don't need that. I don't need it. It's not necessary.
I think that's just why you're just trying to allude to everyone that Jason's just trying to tell everybody he's well endowed.
No, I specifically said I'm no Peter North.
Right. I got to look at you with the pillow behind you.
Look,
you got to talk about your dong.
I was told it was a good size.
Really?
And in lady speak, that means it's gigantic.
Really?
That's what I've been told.
You need to hit the drop.
So smooth.
Exactly.
It's so small.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, I had to break in here because you're so full of shit.
Well, okay, well.
You're so small.
How would you know?
Why don't you give me the pillow and I'll show you?
No, that is not happening.
You sure?
This is your fault, by the way. You're the one who did this fucking shit. Or at least you planted that seed.
Maybe.
So, no, I am not going to let you have
It wasn't premeditated, though.
What, the buying of the pillow or your fucking pillow fucking speech last week?
Both.
I think the buying of the pillow was premeditated. Probably as soon as you fucking spouted that shit out of your mouth.
I mean, I didn't buy the pillow, Jason.
Well, neither did I. Well, I know who bought it, but still. It's...
Right. So I really didn't have anything to do with it.
You brought it up. It was your idea.
Well, I mean, I can't really take. What? Give me the fucking pillow.
No, I'm not giving you the pillow.
Why not?
I don't want to know what you're
I
going
want to sing songs to the pillow.
I'm sure you do.
I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing a song to it.
Well, you can do it from a distance. Because I'm not giving you access to that pillow.
Oh, come on.
No, it's not happening.
You know, you can kind of see it from the behind you in the picture.
Yes, that's right.
You can kind of see it. It's like over there.
Yeah.
It's like
Hold on.
over there.
There.
Over
Yeah,
there.
I'll move. Oh wait. Oh, I'll move. There we go. There we go.
There,
There. Now
there.
you've got a nice view of it right there.
Yeah, see? See, your wife says give her the pillow.
I'm not doing it
Why not?
because it's not happening.
Look at it in all its glory.
Do you have like a purpose to be here? Are you gonna read your notes today, or are you just gonna antagonize me this whole time?
Yes.
Yes. What?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes is the answer.
So
I
anyway,
love how uncomfortable you become. Like the pillow. The pillow. The pillow is so great in person. I can't even describe it. It's so awesome. What was disturbing?
which part?
I don't. The whole thing is disturbing.
Yes, exactly. It is.
I came in unannounced, so it's like throwing everything off.
Yes.
What am I supposed to be doing here?
You're supposed to be reading the notes like you do every fucking week.
It's not every week.
It's been every week for the last fucking month or two.
Well, whose fault is that, Jason?
It's their fault. They're the ones who
it?
want you here.
Oh, see, hi.
Yes.
Ah, see.
Like I've said, I tuned into the Scarif After Dark gaming stream
Right?
last night.
Yeah.
And, she was talking about you, of course. And I'm like, let's be honest, you're the reason why everybody tunes into this fucking show anymore.
Look at me. Look at the stickers. Go to Team Public, get stickers.
Or a pillow.
Or the pillow. You get the pillow in my face. But look at that sexy. Oh, look how small your hands are in that. Look at how small his hands are. Do you see?
They are small.
Do you see how small his hands are? Wally, what do you know that we don't? Oh, where are you, Wally? What time is it in Australia right now?
I have no idea. I would imagine he's asleep. Or it's the early morning. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
All right,
time zones.
let's do some fucking some reading.
Yes, please. It's after 8 o'clock.
It's always after 8 o'clock. Tonight at 17.
I guess from her perspective, it would be.
At 19:45, 7:45 Eastern, Alan and Dragonbuddy are reviewing the effed up side of Christmas with Better Watch Out over on Press Play Streaming Studio. So that started like a half hour ago.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what we got ditched for. We lost all of our fucking viewers.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Grab your favorite drink, grab a snack, join them in the live chat or the living room. If your Star Wars holiday special is more your thing, join War of the Stars on YouTube at 21:15.
I didn't know you were gonna say.
9:15 Eastern for their watch party. They're doing a watch party for holiday special. Those posers.
Yeah, we did that like 5 years ago.
Yeah, we did it so much better.
And we're doing it again next year.
Yeah, well, you had a big shoes to fill.
Yes.
But little hands.
I never noticed that before.
I didn't either till just now. I was looking. I was like, oh, what's
You're so small.
so small. So smee. Jay, I'm gonna do the drops in the voice.
Sure, why not?
So smee.
Oh,
The Red 5 Network once again has 37
I'm 37?
podcasts from our content creators. Check out bio.link/red5. That's bio.link/red5. To browse this amazing lineup. 37.
I'm 37?
You suck 37 dicks.
Oh,
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
In a row? See, that's the prompt. You do that when it's the second time. That's what you're supposed to do,
I didn't
Jason.
know that, but
Yes, that's the thing. That's the way we do it.
okay, I know now. We never discussed
It's
it
always
before.
been like that.
Bullshit.
That's the precedence.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I could do this all night.
So could I.
Yeah.
Actually,
you'll
no.
get tired. You'll go to sleep.
I know. I want to go to bed.
You'll grab your pillow and you'll start drooling on yourself. You'll be drooling on yourself with yourself.
Is it weird that I actually want to use that pillow when I sleep tonight?
Yes.
No, just to lay my head on
Yes,
it.
it is weird, Jason. It's very weird.
It felt comfortable.
I can't believe he said that. Like on the show, he said that. Somebody grab that audio. Is it weird that I went out to sleep with myself? Yes, it's weird.
All right, fair enough.
Fucking weirdo.
Oh my God, read the fucking thing.
Cantina Family Happenings. The Use and Abuse Pod will be covering a Apple movie Spirited tomorrow. Join Scott and Kim at 1700 5 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Never heard of it. Spirited?
Yeah, me either.
Apple movie. I'm really looking forward to the Apple thing with the 8th Air Force that's going to come out next year. Talking about things that are going to come out in 2023.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Tom Hanks directed it. Anything
Really?
that has Tom Hanks and it involves World War II is fucking the shit.
Huh? Yeah, that is true.
The sheet.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sheet.
All right, well.
Yeah. I'm super into World War II. You wouldn't know that by looking at me, but yeah.
No, I definitely would not.
I'm super into it. Yeah.
It's good to
I
know.
wrote a song about it. When you hear it, here it goes. I like World War II. Yeah. Both in the back, we're reviewing our Sidebar Cantina Fantasy Football Week 15 standings on Wednesday. Finally. Watch my ass get bounced out of the fucking playoffs.
Oh my God.
What a song about it. What do you hear it?
I can't.
Here it goes.
The song itself was.
Catch Brady, Don, and LG live at 1800, 6 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Facebook Live on our Sidebar Cantina Facebook group. ATSW Escape Pod delves into the music of Eminem on Wednesday. I feel like it's a repeat. Oh, that's right, because
They had to delay it.
yeah, the delay. Brady was
Yeah.
sick. He had the sickness.
Is he still sick?
He's down with the sickness. He's let the monkey down with the sickness. They wrote a song about it. When you hear it, here it goes. Down with the sickness. Join Brady Big Love and Dundell Snooch and Dragon Bunny in 1905, 7:05 Eastern on YouTube. The live chat is where it's at. Jason, you okay over there?
Fine. I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. The Orange Effect Show released a Christmas Story Christmas last week. Listen
I still need to watch that movie.
in Spotify or YouTube. I feel like I don't. I don't need to. It's
I just morbid curiosity more than anything else.
yeah. Oh God. Sweden was back in the studio again with Explicit Noise. Yeah, I love that band. It's like
Yeah.
my favorite band.
We saw them in person.
Yeah.
We helped them make the music video.
That's right. I was in their video.
That's right, you were.
Yeah,
My bald head was also.
yeah. But I was in it.
Yep.
They did. I didn't like the voiceover though.
Yeah.
They should have used my voice.
Yeah. They should have. Yeah, they should have recorded your voice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too late to do
Wrote a
that.
song about it. When you hear it, here it goes. Ah!
God damn it.
I've got 2 tickets to Iron.
Oh my God, we're gonna be here forever.
Look at a sneak peek and said it's hot, bitchin', and very hairy. Stay tuned for updates. That's
my
weird. That's a weird update. Stay tuned for updates. This release will be rad. There's no news from layman's terms, but follow on the socials for announcements on new releases.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll up here. Use my face for the scrolling. You can find us at bio.link/the Sidebar Cantina, where you will find our links to YouTube, audio, Patreon, our latest Spotify music mixtapes, and all social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Discord, and TikTok. In fact, if you go right now, like I'm selling something,
Yeah,
if you go right now, you and your guests will receive nothing. But bio.link/the Sidebar Cantina, I think it's snowing. I think it's snowing like a snow globe on our bio.link. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Luna Girl did the thing.
Yeah, very festive.
It's actually, the bio.link is like the handiest thing ever.
It is cool.
Yeah, because that's why when I say, hey, also in the bio link is our TeePublic merch shop, where, oh my God, I'm so excited. We have our F Cancer and Jason Rose designs.
They're back.
We saw it. Look, you can see it over there. See it back there? Where he's pointing almost? There it is. Oh, it's so sexy. Look at him with his tiny hands and his giant bosoms.
Since we're talking about it.
Oh, yeah, display it, big boy.
Jesus.
Look at him drawn like one of Wally's French girls. Oh, that's sexy. Oh,
And it's comfortable, too. This is really
He
comfy.
really wants to put his face on his face.
Dude, that's the weird part. Well, that's
There's
one of the weird parts.
There's a lot of weird things happening right now. Like, let's count them off, shall we?
Uh-huh.
Okay, one. The hand with the googly eyes
And the wig.
And the wig.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah,
That's one. Two would be you looking at the hand with the googly eyes and the wig, talking like it's a real thing.
I know.
Three is the pillow with you drawn like a French girl.
Oh, just the pillow alone has
Among
so many
other things.
different weird aspects.
So also in the TeePublic, you can get the Hennifer stickers. Look at me. Oh, thanks to Luna Girl for putting this design. And you can get this on a t-shirt or the stickers or anything else. Oh, it's the best. Anyway, super sidebar. Sexy sidebar chick is on there as well. Some old Sidebar Cantina logos like the one Dave's wearing. This third person. So fucking weird. Our Sidebar Cantina logo from a Gen X point of view throwbacks. They're all on sale.
Excellent.
Score a tee for only $14. Mm-hmm. Or Luna Girl suggested coffee mug. Coffee mug. Coffee mug? Jeez, what am I? I'm a New Yorker, apparently. Yeah. They're all on sale! Coffee mugs are only $11. 27% off!
I'm 37?
For the coffee mugs, they're 27% off!
Oh, no.
It's developed as a whole nother thing!
Don't
All
do
this
that.
thing! It's a whole nother thing! Can I do it a whole nother accent? See if I can do the rest of the read like that.
No.
There are hoodies and tote bags, phone cases. I can't do it. Exclusive stickers and pins, the wall arts and magnets. What? Notebooks, laptops, laptop cases, not laptops. Just as you can imagine. I don't know what that divulged into, but that's all on sale. It's all on sale, people. It's all on sale. Jason wants a pillow featuring Hennifer. Well, guess what? He has it. He has it. And you do too. You want it. 5 different sizes of pillows, all starting at $20. Is that the $20 size? Supergirl? Is that the? My googly eyes are stuck in weird positions.
Oh my god.
Let's see, 5 different sizes. You too can wake up to Hennifer's face or Jason's face in tiny hands. Imagine what he's going to do with those tiny hands and his giant tits.
Wally, why did you do that?
It's all perspective, probably. And it probably doesn't translate well to a pillow.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, go pick something out for that perfect holiday gift for your friends and family. Stop procrastinating! Act now! Make sure you tag us on the socials to show off the sweet, fine-ass merch. Reviews!
No new reviews.
Oh, you suck. Write a review, fucker. All of you, write reviews. Write reviews. We love the 5 stars. Don't get us wrong. But we love to read the reviews. Don't have an Apple account? Our Facebook page has a review feature too. Just screenshot a review before you get done and DM us the pic on Instagram or Twitter. Tell us what you love or even hate about the show. Jennifer Lopez or Propane Hank or Edith or Mama or somebody or that weird New Yorker accent I did earlier. I can try to do that too. Just give me a voice. I'll try it. I'll do anything. I'm crazy. I'm so crazy. It's the end of the year. We gotta let's go crazy. Something to worry for the next show. Plus, Luna Girl will send you swag. Hey, Jason. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Buy the merchandise with Jason's small hands and giant tits. And you'll do it. I'm gonna go now before he dies.
Please.
Have a lovely holiday, everyone.
Yes. You too, Miss Lopez.
We were supposed to do Christmas carols.
I know. It's so late.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Here, you know what? Let's sing it in French. Vive le vent, vive le vent, vive le vent hiver. Oh, que je marcher dans les airs.
How do you know French?
Because I'm cultured. Look at how cultured I am, Jason. Look at me.
Oh my god.
Au revoir.
Oh god. Oh, are we done?
I don't know. Are we?
I think so. Oh my god. Well,
What was that weird accent? I don't know where that came from.
I don't know either. So again, next week, no episode because we were off for Christmas, but we will be back in the new year for the music of 95.
95.
And then right after that, we're rolling into the Bad Batch. So, and after that, who knows? Oh, though we did talk. So, okay, sidebar. Kristen and I are driving home from your house yesterday, and after I saw that Mexican place, we put on the radio. We put on a 95 music list.
Okay.
And one of the songs that came up was that techno remix of Total Eclipse of the Heart that came out in 95.
Oh, we need to get
Turn around.
Nothing I can see. Total eclipse of the heart.
Right. But I cannot think about that song without thinking about the movie Old School.
Yeah.
And we're driving back, and all I can think about is fucking Old School. And I'm like, I look over at Kristen, I'm like, what a great fucking movie. What year did that come out? And she's like, February of 2003. I'm like, oh, so
money.
we're 2 months away from the 20th anniversary of Old School.
My God.
Yeah.
What a great. That's going to
So
be a good
that's
show.
on the calendar, and its anniversary date is a Monday, February 13th.
Fucking perfect.
So, like, the stars
Fucking perfect.
have all aligned.
You're right over there.
This is the stars aligning.
Fucking cosmic collapse happening right there.
Yeah, but the stars have aligned, and we're doing old school, February 13th.
Awesome. Yeah, that's gonna. What a great movie.
Yeah.
I can't wait to rewatch that movie just because.
You know what else makes me think about old school every time I hear it? Fucking Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 and the band fucking flying down the street.
Fucking stopping, like, and Will Ferrell's grabbing the groceries out of that lady's cart. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's gonna be a great
And I
episode.
haven't watched that movie in over 10 years at this point. I watched the shit out of it back in the day when it first hit DVD and everything, but it's been a while since I've seen it.
Oh, it was a
so.
staple to me on the jet.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was one of my.
And that was probably one of the last times I saw it was when we were flying together.
Yeah.
So
That was in the travel DVD case for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'm
You're
very
my boy, Baloo.
very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, 2023, man.
It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, our fucking sixth year doing it.
Yeah, because we started in 17, the year of the Last Jedi. We were so optimistic.
We were so foolish.
Yeah,
We were so foolishly optimistic.
yeah,
We spent so much time saying how we weren't going to have expectations.
yeah,
Those were the days.
yeah.
Those were the days.
And then Ryan Johnson came over and pissed right in our mouths.
Yep.
All right, well,
Drip, drip.
that's the end of the show, guys. Thank you. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you January 2nd for the music of 95.
95.
And with that, Dave and everyone else, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you. Clunk.
Yeah, that sucks. All right.
Okay, now what do I click?
And that is that.
Yes. No after show.
Yeah, that was too much. That was too intense.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I couldn't, like, you just disappeared out of frame for
Yeah.
me. I was just like, okay, he's out. I don't know where he went.
That was too much. That was too much.
Wrote a song about it. When I hear it, here it goes.
And it's not even that part. It's when she starts to be like,
All right. Good night, everybody.
see you next year.